Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the Jupay Podcast Live. My name is Nathan Kwao. This podcast is proudly powered by Jupay, your number one money remittance service, right? So if you are in the US, you are in Canada, you are in the UK, you are in Europe, right? And you want to send money to Ghana, to Togo, to Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, the entire West African sub-region, and you are figuring out, how do I send this money? There's only one medium for you to use. It is Jupay. The service is great. It's seamless. No issues. Very easy to set up. Download the Jupay app, create the account, and you can link your card and all of that. And then you can send money to all your friends, your relatives, your loved ones who are in Ghana, Togo, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, wherever it is they are on the African continent. As I said, it's a very, very easy platform to use. And it's like giving money to somebody standing next to you. You can use the recipient's mobile money account or the recipient's bank account. The money goes in by a snap or with a snap of a finger. Everything is sorted and life is good. Jupay, your number one money service, they are the ones, number one money remittance service, they are the ones powering us tonight on the Jupay Podcast Live. And as they say, if you want to meet a need, send via Jupay. Wonderful stuff. The gang is back together. Fento Tahiru in the yellow and black corner. I don't know whether it's an ode to Ashanti Gold. Which one? Is it the new Ash Gold? The old Ash Gold 04? And Coach Christopher Nimley in the blue corner. Guys, how are we doing?
Very well. No more. Hele banjo.
Hele banjo.
Yeah, that's something.
Of course. Of
You
course.
sing am.
Now they hear the gun.
Hele banjo.
Banjo.
Why you go? Inkabolo.
Hey,
Walabolo Jesu. You just spoil my song.
I not even open my mouth. Then you say I just spoil the song.
Your rhythm is even off.
Hey.
No, it's not.
Walabolo Jesu.
But
Watch a lot man, your mana. They never know your man boy. Abolo ni jawani ba ne koni wa ye kuni wa ishi inke. Money abolo le e ba ishi inke ya na no. You understand the song?
You understand? Says our forefathers ate manna, but this bread is the living bread. Whoever eats it will live forever.
oh, okay.
So Jesus
It's just
is
like Jupay.
Uh-huh.
It's just like Jupay. You see, there are so many money remittances industry in the world. But whoever passes or uses Jupay to send money to Coach Nimley, to Nathan Kwao, to Fento Tahiru,
Yes.
to anybody, anywhere in the world, Kenya, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, you get
Exactly.
immense blessings.
Exactly.
Stay bonded to Jupay.
Uh-huh.
you.
Stay bonded to Jupay.
Jupay.
Thank you.
Stay bonded,
Bonded
to
to
Jupay.
Thank you.
And before we take the opening prayer, I need to add that in using Jupay, you get a wonderful $5 discount on your first
Discount.
transaction.
Yes.
All you have to do is just do something. There are 3 different promo codes you can use.
Yes.
Nathan, Fento, or Coach.
That's
if you
right.
apply any of these codes, you get a $5 discount
$5
on
discount.
your very first $100 transaction.
Those days when I was in the US, I was not used
When
to
you were
buy-
in Tennessee.
when I was in Tennessee, I never enjoyed.
Tennessee.
Now go there. If you don't have eyes, you cannot tell. How will you see? Charlie, look.
Nashville, Tennessee.
See, Charlie, God is great.
Yeah.
We went there and took 4.
I remember now.
Anyway, we are also
Ali to say to it, instead of him to chase the player,
He was.
he threw his arms in the air and stood there. Since then,
You know my stand on that player, right?
Anyway, before we do anything, we are also sponsored by Auntie Lou. If you are figuring out a place to get great snacks, great food, great drinks, Auntie Lou, I mean, you can see that the guys are enjoying the chai tea. I'm enjoying some lemonade. There's croissant in the mix.
Auntie Lou is top
Auntie
notch.
Lou.
Auntie Lou.
Auntie
Look.
Lou.
The tea.
Uh-huh.
The tea there is it be
This is
bread
what
with
chai tea.
It's chai tea.
Chai tea.
Yeah.
Chai tea. Charlie.
You drink this tea there, like chai.
Chai. Stay awake. Stay awake and work. Stay awake. Look. Charlie, look, Auntie Lou is snagged there. Charlie.
Coach, do you know that there's a song composed with my name in it? I'm the only one sitting here with a song composed with my name in it.
Which song is this?
It's a war song in my language, composed with my name in it.
Okay, me, I don't understand your language.
I know.
So don't sing it, because I don't want it.
When you were singing the guy, did I understand?
But you told me you now speak Ga.
Yes.
And so once you understand, you
No,
can sing
the
it.
music is deeper than the guy.
Anyway, before we do anything, we'll do what we regularly do
No more.
as custom demands. Coach, please give us the opening prayer.
Jehovah.
Zip out.
Look. Manche. Jehovah Zebaoth. Wakogbele ya che manche yeli aba. Mene ho ni ma ho na ma ho. O se ko hin mo ko be. Boji petekle. O he woso mo fia mo hejo. Ka woso e pe mo fia mo hejo. Oni ni no wo mo call your fair call your name like call your name chi wo baale shi. Wo ke jomo wo e. Wo baale wo ba. Belema wo da no ha wo ni le no anyo fem wo gbe ya me. Na mo ka wo ba bi e chombo gbe na Jupay ke mi coach Nimley Nathan ke fente wo ba tachi. Ni wo yu am he. Ni wo like Jupay he ni wo yu mo fe mo ni bo wo to mo fe mo ni nkwa wo UK yo jo France yo jo America yo jo Canada yo jo e fe no yo jele mi wo ke tune more in. This is the Jupay Podcast. Yo Zabat nye wo se Zabat e fi wo se Zabat e gbele wo da Zabat e ha wo ni le no wo gbe family be me hye so she kai marketing Jupay no chimo na etu yo wa Zabat ken cable ka obomi to no call program na ka ota no se ni shika ka bagan ka ya nago ka ya Kenya ka ya South Africa ka ya Cote d'Ivoire the famous show akeshi oba use Jupay ya ke Jupay ko use Jupay yo wa jomo fe jomo fe ba nyo se won bi yo wa ake jowo ye Yesu gba me amen.
All right,
Amen.
let's get down to business, guys. And
Fento we da ne fa kwa kanjelanyo ne fa kwa
Kanjelano
Fento we da ne fa kwa kanjelano ne fa kwa kanjelano no it's good. Fento we da ne fa kwa kanjelano ne fa kwa kanjelano. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you, God.
What
Give me the other.
You've never taught me your
I know.
where's the Ododopo?
hey,
is here? I found
it's
it.
disappeared.
Oh,
Hey,
I
Can
found
we?
it.
But what was that? But somebody's done what?
Fento we da ne fa kwa kanjelano ne fa kwa
Kanjelano
Fento we da ne fa kwa
Kanjelano ne fa kwa Kanjelano Why are we going back to Tumu?
Then you sing that
I was saying that's the one I got
But what does it mean, though?
There's a long story behind it. My grandfather was a hunter, whose name I took, of course, Fento. And he went hunting one day with another man in the town, the village. And the other man was attacked by a buffalo.
Wow.
Bison, right?
By bison.
Yeah, of
terrible.
course. Buffalo is an American version of a bison.
Yeah.
Same thing. We call it bush cow or whatever. So, and he was almost killed by the buffalo until my grandfather appeared. He must have heard the cries or whatever, so he showed up, pulled up his gun,
And got rid of it.
and fired the buffalo like twice, straight into the head.
Bam.
Fell beside the man, he rushed to him and took him, and he lost both legs.
Oh.
And then it brought him home. So my grandfather brought him home. And at the time, there were no motorbikes or cars or whatever. So imagine he carried him on his shoulders and walked 3 days to get back home. And
3 days.
Yeah, because the way the hunting worked was that they didn't just go and come back.
Yeah.
They used to go so they would go far, but they used to spend several days away. So even if they killed a game, they never brought it home. They would come home and mark where they left it. They would come home and then they would find a truck or they would find and go back. And that by truck, I mean like the ones that is carried by the bulls, like the yoke two bulls,
So
and take it back
and then take them
to
back
go
to
and
go and
carry
fetch
the meat.
the thing.
There are multiple times at the time they didn't just hunt for the meat because food wasn't a problem. So even if they killed it, they would literally just cut off the head and only bring the head home as some sort of a trophy. You know how it is with hunting.
Yeah.
Right? The meat wasn't really the biggest deal at the time. And no form of communication so whatsoever. So you have to literally come back home to inform the people that this is what has happened. So that's what happened with the man. So he had to carry him and bring him home. And they tended to him. And they have these war songs that they sing. And they compose the songs during like a big funeral of an old man or a woman who dies. So in the next big funeral or whatever, actually not just funeral, also like when they do a big killing, they come, they sing those songs. Yeah, like an elephant, a lion. So they came, and the man came on with both feet lost. Yeah, he sang in the middle. He sat in the middle of the compound with the drums, and then he composed the song. And then literally me, like Fento Weirder and Hefa, it literally translates to, if it wasn't for Fento, I'd be dead.
I'd be dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Shout outs to Grandpa Fenty.
That's a nice story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
wonderful
crazy.
story.
And it's remained generations after generation, we all sing it. So if there is that sort of celebration going on, and anybody from my compound goes there to compose a song, they must start with that song. That family song to invoke my grandfather's spirit.
Massive.
Wow.
Yeah, because when you say Fento Weirder and Hefa, literally means that if it wasn't for Fento, the cow, or that's how we call it, the cow, the buffalo would have killed me if it wasn't for
Wow.
him. Yeah.
Granddaddy Fento was a
He was a hunter.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, coach, there is like a whole room in his house that was just dedicated to
trophies.
So
Like the
if you
heads
could
of-
go to like whole room and they hung them, so I could tell, even without ever seeing the animal, I could tell this is the head of a buffalo. This is the head of this is the trunk of an elephant. This is what a lion's head looks like. This is it. Yeah, there's still. Well, I don't think all of them are still there, but some are still there.
When we go to tomorrow,
I can go and show you.
I want to go and see them.
That would
Yeah.
be fun to see. Anyway, talk about hunting.
Let's talk football.
Talk about hunting big things. The Black Stars are trying to hunt game at the World Cup.
Coach, what do you think they'll kill over there?
We don't know what they are going to get, but they are getting ready for that. Now, one of the games that they will play is against Mexico on the 22nd of May. So this week, a squad was named. Okay, a squad was named for the friendly. Now let's go through the people who made the squad. So the goalkeepers, Hearts of Oak, Solomon Agbasi, Paul Riverson
Who's
of
been
Ajax.
Replaced now?
Agbasi's been replaced.
No, not Agbasi.
I'm getting
Asiako, sorry.
So Paul Riverson of Ajax. The initial list had Gideon Esiakun of Dreams, but he has been replaced by Benjamin Asari.
Yeah.
So there are two Hearts of Oak goalkeepers.
Who may not even go.
Ben Asari.
Yeah. Not that he doesn't want to go. Something very unfortunate happened, and for me, I'll be shocked if I see him go.
Okay.
Is he injured?
No, I'll tell you guys. I don't have the license.
You don't have
to
the
say
license
public.
to do so. No problem.
I know why he was called, to be fair.
No, he was going to go, but
Yeah.
something happened just yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Okay. We'll
maybe when we go offset, I'll tell you.
we'll talk about that. The defenders that were named, or defenders who were named, Oscar Pong Granada, Ebenezer Dade Dreams FC, Ebenezer Anand Saint Etienne, Menudia of San Diego FC, Nathaniel J. Lorient, Razak Simpson Nations FC, Da Costa Entry of Anderlecht Futures, and Ebenezer Aban of Pando Hearts of Lions. The midfielders, Emmanuel J. Dundee United, Abdulaziz Issa Barcelona B, Augustine Boache Saint Etienne, Majid Ashimeru, La Louvière, Jesron Raksechi, Stoke City, and Salim Adams, Midiama. The forwards, Daniel J. Kokali Spor, Felix Afinajan, Ahmed Spor, Ibrahim Osman, Birmingham City, Prince Amwakun, Osh Island, Joseph Opoku, Zolte Varigem, and Francis Amuzu, who plays for Grêmio in Brazil. Friends, your thoughts on this on the squad. I've had people ask me, is this the World Cup squad? And I say, no, it is not. This is not the World Cup squad. But just your thoughts
not even close to it.
Yeah, your thoughts on the call-ups or the call-ups that have been done.
Nathan, is that, first of all, I think we've had extensive conversation about the timing of that friendly match.
Sure.
And why it is not necessarily a very important exercise that could contribute to our success at the World Cup.
Okay.
I would have wished, obviously, that we were playing this as part of our lineup of friendly matches before the World Cup, because that would have been another really good opportunity for the coach to try and start to build chemistry. Because at this point in our World Cup journey, this is not the time for trial and error anymore. This is the time for the coach to start to build chemistry, to start to build formations and systems that he intends to implement at the World Cup. Because unfortunately, he doesn't have the luxury of time because of the circumstances under which he came in. So he really doesn't have time. So every single opportunity we get, it should have been him not just looking for new players anymore. I don't think there are a lot of national teams or any national teams at the moment who are looking for new players.
Okay, yeah.
And I would have thought that that's what this friendly match would have looked like. A game that would have no consequence whatsoever about potentially gate crashing the World Cup squad. However, our situation tells me that there are some names in this team that will play this Mexico friendly that will definitely be playing for spots at the World Cup.
Okay.
Whether they would be key players at the World Cup would be another matter, but there would be players here whose performances here will determine whether or not they are on the plane to the World Cup. My only reservation would be that even for those players, the truth of the matter is that I don't think that the environment will allow them to be able to thrive. And let me explain. When you put certain players in certain environments, because of the other players around them, they can do well.
Of course.
But when they have other players around them, they may not do well. So if you drop a certain individual player into a functioning team, it becomes easier for them to perform well. But look at this team. They've never played together. So every single player that you put in there will be looking for chemistry, looking for teammates that they don't know. So I feel and suspect that even for those that are playing for World Cup places, the environment isn't necessarily set up for us to see the very best of their abilities. Okay. So I'm thinking that the coaches might be looking for something entirely different. Obviously, I don't want to downplay their scouting and say that they've never seen them play. I know they call them because they've seen them play and they know what they can do, and maybe they want to have close contact with them, because that can also tell you a whole lot about a player, not just their performances in the game, but also their attitude, the way they behave towards training. Because as coach would know, sometimes there are players who do so well in training, don't do well in matches. That gives the coaches confidence that if he continues to perform like this in training, in a match setting, they would come good. Players get picked into the lineup based on their training sessions. Others get dropped based on their training sessions as well. And those things happen. And those things you can only know for sure when you have close contact with the players. So I'm saying that even though the environment is not ideal for any of those players to maybe necessarily be able to thrive, having close contact with them could give the coaches another idea about who could potentially contribute to the World Cup squad. And I'll mention a couple of names. I think for a player like Augustin Boche, there is a really good chance that he does well, he goes to the World Cup. This is his debut call-up. He's never been called up to play for the Black Stars ever before. And given the situation around Mohamed Kudus, I think there is a need for that sort of creative midfielder in our team. Somebody that could come in and fill that spot. He's also just like Mohamed Kudus in so many ways. Very skillful, good driver of the ball, can beat a man. So we need that sort of creativity in the middle of the park in the absence of Mohamed Kudus. And I think that when I look at all the players they've called, he's one player that has those characteristics, some sort of a hybrid 10 and 8 that can do a really good job offensively. So if he does well, I think he goes to the World Cup.
Okay.
Another player that I think could potentially get crashed off squad for me is Prince Amoako. And his situation is very complicated and interesting because it really irks me in a certain way, both positive and negative. Positive, let me start with the negative and I can go to the positive. The kid is 19 going on 20. Yeah. He is in his first season at FC North Shella. He's 19, 20 years old. We've just made a call out for him to come to the Black Stars. In the period when he was 17, 18, 19, we had youth teams. And not one of them called him to come and play. He wasn't a member of our first under-20 team.
He wasn't.
So you see what I talk about when I talk about building national team culture.
Yeah.
When we need to do it from the beginning. We made the same mistake with players like Kamal Nioma, Koningsdorfer, where we rushed them into the Black Stars. And then when we said they should go back and play for the under-23 team, they started. Kamal didn't refuse to go. Koningsdorfer refused to go. And even when Nioma went, he caused all kinds of confusion and commotion. We need to build the culture early. And that gives rise to all of these perceptions about the fact that we tend to ignore the most talented players in favor of fixing players that are not necessarily talented, but maybe they belong to in certain quarters. Because tell me how. Are you telling me that when he was 17, 18, we didn't see that he was talented? So how come we never deemed him good enough for any of our youth teams, and suddenly at 19, he's good enough for Black Stars?
Good question.
And that frustrates me. We had the same situation with Nioma. We had the same situation with Kamal Dean. And I talk about those players because they were born and raised here. So how come? Because there are other players, you mentioned the Zulte Warrigan guy, Joseph Opoku. He played for the under-20. He wasn't on first team. So he's made his way to the Black Stars. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Was Joseph Opoku far more talented than Prince Amoako at the time they were both here in Ghana? When Prince Amoako was 18, 17, 18, we all knew he was the next big thing. So how come we never called him into our youth teams to start developing him from there? Or does Right to Dream have a ban on using their players? They certainly don't, because Nioma played our under-23 qualifiers alongside Sahako, didn't he?
They did.
So that's my only problem, and that we haven't learned our lessons.
The fact that we seem to almost sleep on these guys when they should be part of the national team architecture at a certain age.
Yes, and then it's an issue of whether or not they are sleeping on them, or they just don't find space for them because there are other people in there. And also,
they don't belong to the consortium.
I don't know what you are talking about.
You can choose not to know.
The positive thing, though, is that if I look at him and his output this season and how good he is, and I compare him to the other players in that wide left position, I think that maybe one of the senior players there is in real danger of losing his spot. Let's look at the play. And that place and that position is where we are most stuck.
Down the left.
Down the left, because Joseph Pinso, Kamal Dean Sulemana, even Antoine Semenyo, and Thomas Brandengasanti, all these players can play down that side. And that is where we have tended to play, in fact, all of them. Even Capito plays down there sometimes, doesn't he? Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan does.
He does.
So, but I look at all of them and I look at this season. I would say Semenyo could go central either way. Okay. Even Brandon Asante could go central either way.
But if you look at
you take out those two.
So Pencil.
You look at the Joseph Pencil.
Kamal Dean.
Kamal Dean has not had a better season than Prince Amoako. This is fact. Billboard man. Joseph Pencil has had injury issues. He's just coming back. He scored a couple of games since he came back. He has a really good history with the national team. He's also one player that has never really had a continuous run.
Yes,
Exactly, an extended run in the national team.
In, out.
But he's had
all those things was Otto Addo's.
But when we've seen him, he's had flashes of brilliance.
Yeah,
so I quite like him. But I'm saying that the reality of the situation is that he's not one of those players that has locked down a place in the team.
Yeah, he's not played much.
He's not.
Even when he was our best player, we find a beautiful way to substitute.
So he hasn't locked down the position. So then it looks like it's really up in the air. And for a young player like him, fearless, explosive, with a bit of end product, I don't know what the coaches are looking at, but if he does something slightly magical, he could be gate crashing his way to the World Cup.
Okay.
Then the last one that I want to talk about would be Ashimeru.
Yeah.
I think we all know what he's capable of doing. The problem is availability. And we say it all the time. No matter how good a player is, if you are not
available,
you can't help the team.
You are not useful.
And you say, I mention him because, my brothers, in the middle of the park, there's a massive need of a proper number 8.
Yeah. He's very different. He's very different from
one similar to him is Caleb, right?
Yeah, if you like.
Very similar to him in that sense. Good progressor of the ball, aggressive on the run, aggressive on the tackle. Because Thomas is no longer any of those things, exactly. So we need someone like that beside him.
And Elisha and
Elisha
Elisha and Zibo are very different.
Elisha, Salis, all of them.
None of them is an 8.
No.
I'm looking at a proper 8. Says him and Caleb that can play that role. The other ones there are very different. I think the other ones are defensive. So Zibo, Elisha, and Sulemana will fight for that holding midfield position. But if you are bringing Ashimeru, that's not where he's going to come and fight for. He's coming to fight for that 8, where he could do a job.
Maybe in the 4-3-3, he's one of the 3 that is given an advanced role.
Absolutely.
To go up and down.
So that is something they'll be looking at. And I think the team doctors, apart from his football, which we know very well about, I think one thing they'll be doing is assessing him and finding out what this guy can do. Because if they can trust that Ashimeru can stay fit through the tournament, I think there's a chance for him too. And the Nasser boy, Oscar, the Granada right back. No, we don't have a right back. We still don't have a right back. Because the one we called, Otto called, he didn't play, so we didn't even see if the boy can play. He came on to play, 10 minutes or 15 minutes against Austria.
Which one? Marvin?
Yes.
The one that they took, we had to...
That's the one we are sending.
Yeah, with Togo over.
I wonder how that story even plays out, because...
He came on to play 15 minutes against Austria. Then Otto benched him throughout Germany.
Yes,
he went back very unhappy.
Yes,
the
that's
boy
what
was
I'm
pissed.
asking.
And it was a non-competitive game, so he could still go switch and go to Togo.
Yes, that's why I'm asking myself, what is the next part of that story? We never know.
Maybe they'll call him again.
Has Carlos Queiroz spoken to him? How does he feel about the national team? I agree with you that with him, we are in a slightly complicated place. Because as you're saying, he can switch to Togo.
Yes,
and that's fine.
It's just 15 minutes of a friendly game.
If
he doesn't feel like... But as coach said, Otto was a big part of that problem. So maybe Carlos Queiroz, as you said, he went on a European engagement. We don't know which players he spoke to. They only mentioned Jordan and Partey, finish. Apart from that, they didn't mention any other players that he's believed to have spoken to. But they said he was going around to engage the players. I would hope that he engaged him. But that being said, I think that the deficit in that position still needs to be fixed. And that's where the Granada boy situation comes in. He has a really good chance of staking a claim and get crashing the Black Stars squad in that right back position if he can show a thing or two. So those, in my view, are players playing for positions in the national team. I don't know about the centre back position. Joseph Opoku has had a really good season because 10 goals in the Belgian league is no joke. But he seems to be slightly similar to the youngster, the Edu Prince, Edu Kwabena boy, as well, in a lot of ways, like a very strong centre forward. So, and I don't know if we want to take two of those, because centre forward position, we have a lot of options. Because from Semenyo to Thomas Brandon Asante
but do we have, you see, the thing, when I think about the Black Star centre forward position, I'm asking myself, do we have a presence? Do we have a player who gives us a presence in the box?
I think that's what Prince showed us he can do.
Yeah, I mean, Prince Kwabena, you can tell that long term, that is what he will ultimately become. The player we can play the ball to. But I'm asking when I look at him, I think the aspects of his game that must improve. One, the hold-up play. Maybe he build a bit of physicality, right?
He's physical,
but I'm just talking about the ability to dominate centre backs. I thought against Germany.
I think basically he needs to be taught how to use his arm.
Yes.
Because in that game,
and decision making.
Yes, those two balls that we had, this Tottenham Zuku,
Kevin Danso
bullied him. I mean, it was all you needed to do was to use his hand to block him off. And then he's free. And these are things that you expect the coaches to be able to teach and remind him of and get him to what.
Fine. So if I get you, so your conclusion is that centre back is a little in the air. Right back is open, is up for grabs. Anybody can take it. Wide left, we are still trying options. Okay. And
wide left, the options are too many. It's really anybody's game. Yes. That's what I'm saying.
And then there's the unicorn, quote unquote, in midfield.
Yeah.
Who becomes the eight? Who becomes the attacking threat of the team? Because we know Kudus is 50 more 80-20 not going than 50-50.
Yep.
I see. He can't go. Even where we've got into, if he's not fit by now, what is he going to do?
Then he can't.
There are less than 40 days to the tournament, so he can't go.
So Kudus
40 days exactly, actually.
40 exactly. Yeah, so Kudus looks like he's not. Anyway, coach, so your thoughts on this? Fent has highlighted what he thinks maybe the selectors are looking for in terms of the friendly. But what are your own thoughts on the team we've put together for this Mexico friendly?
First and foremost, it's a useless friendly game.
Oh.
Yes, it's a useless game. It's a useless game because 95% of those who will be taken to the World Cup are not there. And for me, like Fent rightly said, I don't see how that comes to help our World Cup preparation. So I look at what has happened, and I tell myself that the only genuine reason for accepting this game was because of the money involved. And it is a fact that nobody can run away from. It is a fact that nobody can run away from. Not even the people at the FA. Because I am aware that the Mexican, in looking for these friendly games, got turned down by so many other countries.
I see.
But our people, because of the money, immediately accepted it. Look, if you look at the way the Mexicans have taken the game so serious, Nathan, I am afraid we are going to get embarrassed. And like I told you and Fent offset, should that happen, I will not forgive people. You see, the name Ghana should not be put out there to be embarrassed, to be disgraced. Fent said something. You've taken players they've never played together before. What do you expect? What do you think is going to happen? Who does this?
It's an entirely new team.
So you ask yourself, if we want to build a new team, is that the way to build a new team? Is that how you build a new team? By taking the inexperienced team, the team without chemistry, no cohesion, take them to the Lions Den? Nathan, we have seen the Black Star play against Mexico in Mexico before.
Full strength, US.
Yeah.
In US.
We played a friendly and we lost.
North Carolina.
Look.
2-0.
The Mexican team you see is not a joke. And for the fact that they are hosting us, they are damn serious about this.
There will be 80,000 people.
There will be close to 85,000 people in the stadium that day. And you hear the statement by their coach that whoever he has called, if you absent yourself,
you are not going
to the World Cup.
The next day, they all showed up.
Don't show up and see. We don't have that authority in commanding our tried and tested players to show up. Me, for the fact that Carlos Queiroz himself will not even be there.
How do you know he won't be there?
Oh, that's what I've been told from a very reliable source.
He won't be there?
I am praying he gets there. I'm praying his presence will be felt. But if it so happens that Queiroz does not show up, it will come back to buttress the point I am making, that I think this game was solely accepted because of the money.
How much money?
You see, when I say these things, allow me to express my feeling.
Oh, coach, I have not said
Don't
that.
ask how much money. You allow me. You had your let me talk. Let me talk, please.
Because if it is, let's say, $50,000,
then of
how
course.
can you tell me that that's why we accepted the friendly? So the money has to make sense.
The money has to make sense.
So I want to know.
The alleged money I have been told
is
$1.2 million.
That cannot be true.
Okay.
It cannot be true.
But there's no way we'll go there without proper money, true or false.
No way.
There's no way we will take this inexperienced team. Nobody can convince me that there's no way we will go with the sort of players we are going to go and play them on their turf if the money wasn't good. I go and say this to the class 1 student. Even they themselves, they will not believe it. You Fenty, would you do that? Nathan, would you do that?
Nope.
I would, if it would give me the chance to take 1 or 2 players from there to the World Cup.
Somebody like all the players that we need to take from this team to join it, they don't need this match. True or false?
We already know them. But I don't like that.
Majid Ashmeru, he doesn't need this match. If I'm going to take Nathaniel Ajay, he doesn't need this match. He doesn't. If I'm going to take the boy from Norgeland, he doesn't need this match.
Prince Amuakos.
The match where you're the minute match if you. Can you please tell me?
Because we scout them.
So nobody can convince me that the money is not good. But the problem here is that anytime we have engaged in friendly games, the FA has never rendered any account to the people of this country.
Also because friendly matches are expensive.
Also because they are expensive and we don't have focal. It takes those inviting us to take us there. They give us good money. Have you ever heard that? We've invited people based on our own.
No.
We can't do that.
But, okay, let me keep quiet when you finish.
You see, nobody can tell me that when we played against Japan, when we played against Korea, when we played against Germany, when we played against Austria, we didn't make good money. We made money. I am privy to certain information. I'm controlling my emotion because of the one who told me. Because the moment I go, I'll mention the person's name and it will not be good for the person. Because the person is in high authority. I'm telling you honestly. That's why I'm controlling myself. But my only conclusion is very basic and simple. They have accepted this game not because of footballing reason. Because if it's because of footballing reason, you will not go and take a Dreams FC goalkeeper, Kaye goalkeeper. Oh, his own coach said he was Zuku. I'm not the one saying he's Zuko.
Yeah, but he's not going.
But Siako is no longer going.
Who included his name in the list?
Mistake.
What I heard was that. What I heard.
Stop that.
Relax. I'm not saying that is true. I'm saying what I heard was that his name was added in error.
Look at that.
It was a mistake.
That is all those. They are jokers. I don't want to, but they are jokers. You are writing names of players you yourself you are inviting to the Black Stars. You errorly added somebody's name. You are a joke.
Wait, they did what? They
errorly.
That's not an English word.
That's not an English word.
I know it's not an English word. But he was added errorly. So they errorly added his name. It's a joke.
So because they made an error.
So they made to see, they are not serious. Charlie, look. Fenty, we are not joking with Nathan Kwao. You see, matters concerning the Black Stars should be treated. It's like
on this
Thomas Tuchel writing the name of the English players, and then they say, I added Phil Foden
by mistake.
Do you think the English press will let him go free?
No.
They will slap because
as for the mistake,
the emotional damage it has caused to the player.
Yeah. When I heard, my reaction was the same. I was like,
it has completely destroyed
the national team.
What are we saying? Like, why? So what?
Hold on. That was not selected by one person.
That
people
sat. Radiabe sat. Then all the management members sat.
Yes.
Then you come and tell me his name was added in error.
At what point? Now, at what stage in the process was the name added in error?
Maybe at that moment they all slept.
Or maybe they approved it differently. Somebody wants to do their own thing.
Can you imagine?
Maybe someone did it.
Can you imagine that?
Anyway, yeah, we can't be doing that.
You cannot be doing that when you are a serious nation.
Because you see, the thing is that there's travel involved, there's all these things. So somebody's name cannot
comes
be.
And the man go and tell his wife that, or his girlfriend or his family that I'm going to Mexico. After then 2 days, the whole Ghana, all the media, what is he doing? What is he doing? Then they say we added his name in error. They have emotionally damaged the boy.
I'll tell you what happened.
What happened?
You understand? You wait, let me finish. To me, they have
I'm adding to you what you're saying.
Okay, then add it. Let me go.
The error thing that they are speaking about.
Me, I don't believe it.
Yes, hold on.
It's no problem.
It is the FA's explanation for what happened. But I am going to tell you from my own sources what I think happened. What I think happened was that they intended to keep Benjamin Asare away because they were sure that he was going to the World Cup until Gaspar came.
And then Gaspar
said, I want to see Asare in that environment with 47,000 people in Puebla.
That's right.
I want to see him keep.
The Gaspar saw, they could have showed him the video clip. Benjamin Asare was the German game. How many was the support?
Yes. So I think Gaspar will be there.
Yes.
As well himself, and he wants to have some contact time with him,
which is beneficial.
So that's why they were forced. Now they have to take someone off.
So therefore, it's another clear indication that Carlos
Gaspar wasn't involved,
and Carlos Queiroz and co were not involved in the team selection. Yeah. You see my point? Carlos Queiroz was not involved in this team selection.
Because this cannot be an afterthought. Because if they had discussed it, Gaspar would have raised that point that I add him because I want to see him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the point I'm making is that the essence of this game, I don't think is going to benefit anybody. But I'm happy that certain players have been called. Not because of this game. They should have been called long ago. A player like Nathaniel Adjei is far better than Lucasin. He's far better than Jonas Ajete. He's far better than those boys. No more Elebo trophy. He's far better than them.
What's the other German centre back we call for the 2 games? Pfeiffer. He didn't even feature.
But on a lighter note, it's interesting how Ajete has gone from under the radar to almost like front and center where everybody seems to be pointing fingers at him.
When I started saying Akeshim, Menetra blasters, Menetra would defend. People thought that I was
when he first came in, he was okay.
No, he was okay.
Move when he made the move. Hold on. When he made the move to Germany, coach, like it's not real. Like it's not. He's not had a good start at Wolfsburg.
I've never seen him okay. Because I remember
so it's affected his confidence, is what I'm trying to say.
No, even his first game, he couldn't control and pass. All his balls, bim, bam. Defender, modern football. They will take the ball and come and score.
There's a real risk that he might not go to the World Cup.
You see,
the point
is, that's not a risk. If he's not up to the standard.
No. If Otto was there, he was going.
You say what?
If Otto was in charge, he would go.
Now, say Otto, their business, no, consultant. We all know who Ajete player is. Who owns Ajete? It's my former boss, my consecrate, Bobo. It's his player.
If you say
Jonas came from what's that? Trump's team.
Trump de Visa.
Yeah. So he's not a Bobo's player.
Go and check.
Oh, it's true.
Go and check.
He's not a Vision boy.
I say he played for Vision. Maybe later they gave him to a tram, but he played for Vision. Now the point I'm making is that Nathan Kwao, you see this game that we are going to. Like I said earlier on, I don't see the benefit, but I'm happy that Majid Ashimeru is back. Fenty.
Yeah.
Look, I'm so delighted because that boy. Look, I like to do. You see, he's a tournament player.
Guys,
because the only major tournament he has played for
was the AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire.
the Cote d'Ivoire. He was by far our best player.
Okay, so coach, looking at
Jonas
the
Brekum
peculiarity,
Chelsea. So yeah.
So looking at the peculiarity,
Great Olympics, then Brekum Chelsea.
Okay.
Before Basel.
He played
So-
for Vichy.
so
He played for
I'm
Vichy.
coming. So, coach, based on the peculiarity of the midfield,
That's right.
the fact that we don't have an 8, the fact that Kudus is unlikely to go, and all of that, do you think whatever happens, Majid Ashimeru should go to the World Cup, or he has to prove through the Mexico friendly that he can deliver? Because he's not had a good season.
You remember when I came here the other day, you asked the question, what do I think Carlos Queiroz will be doing?
Yes.
And remember, I took you back to the last AFCON.
Yeah, you're
that
saying
we played.
he has to go back.
He has to go back
Watch.
to the
Yeah.
Qatar World Cup.
Yes.
Bring it to the AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire. Because he needs to watch the temperament of players during tournament. And if indeed he has done that, I'll be shocked if he looks at Ashimeru and say, come on, this guy needs to prove himself in this Mexico game before I actually look at him. And if you look at the players that we don't have in the middle, that's what a Yirinchi boy. If we don't use him wisely in the middle,
Charlie will be underutilizing him. If we play him at right back once more,
you see,
I'll catch somebody. Brother.
Because of the way he hustles, he tackles, he battles.
Combative.
I don't want him far away from Thomas Partey. If Partey is going to sit because our backline can't pass the ball, so technically you expect that he will get it from them and control the
I
tempo.
honestly think that's where Partey should play.
Yes.
Especially
Like
Fed.
the pillow role.
That's it.
Especially
Because
when
in that role, it
It doesn't require him to run too much.
Yes,
So if
especially
the
when-
is around him,
Yeah.
he doesn't run too much.
Especially
That position is perfect for 2-8. A destroyer and a creative.
Now go deep.
That's it.
But the point is that especially when Mo Salisu is not going, Mo Salisu is arguably our best passer out of
They
defense.
say he's also back. So
But I saw him back. But look, from what I saw of his knee, Charlie, he cannot go to the wall.
Moment to his back.
You understand? And he fed for Majid. I'll be shocked, especially when Kudi is not there. If you don't put Majid, we will have no penetration through the middle.
Majid and Caleb and Thomas.
Solid.
2-8 either side of
If we have any form of advantage, they will bring the Atalanta boy.
Suleiman.
Take-
Ibrahim Suleimana.
Majid after 70 minutes,
Yes.
giveaway session.
But that boy too is
Suleimana.
very good.
Yes, very good. He's solid in
Yeah.
midfield.
He's also a very good number 8.
Yes, bring him. And with Carlos Queiroz' technical ability and technical know-how, he can manage them. Then the boy at Nordjylland,
The small boy.
that boy goeth ahead of the DIU.
That was not the competition.
That is the competition I see now.
You are creating that
I'm not creating any competition. Because look, like I said, nobody.
Andre has not been mentioned here.
Oh, no more. We know what is happening. I'm telling you, after this Mexican game, I'm not thinking about that game. I'm thinking about what is going to happen.
I'm listening to you. Okay.
The point I'm making is that in 2010, when Andre popped up, Sule Akpele bench. Sule at that time was in the form of his life.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Sule in the better form throughout his career than in 2010?
His best form was a season before.
Let's
No,
say,
I'm saying that.
let's
That
say
season before to 2010.
Let's say between
2008, 2009, 2009,
yes, let's
2010.
say
Montari's best season.
2007,
No, Montari's
2008.
Yes.
No.
That was no.
The time-
Montari's
the
best
time at
season was
Portsmouth.
his one season at Portsmouth.
Yes.
And his
The
first season at Inter.
Yes.
It
And I'm
also-
saying that.
That was what 0809.
No,
So 06, 07.
08.
0708
No,
was in England.
Yes, 07, 08, 08, 09. That's
Yes.
it.
So those 2 years. So
bro, he was
7 to
unstoppable.
9, yeah.
Look, but you still cannot convince me that the form with which
Sule
came
was
in
in good
2010.
form.
Was he
They
not?
went
In
2010
2010,
with
it's
some good
true.
confidence.
But we are only saying that he was in better form 2 years before.
Yeah.
Would you have benched him for
Andrea, you.
a 17?
No, I mean at the time I would have found it
19-year-old.
really strange, a strange thing to do.
So the same thing now has come. Look, let me tell you something. If there's a young player out there who is the future of the Black Stars, he goeth as against anybody going to set any record. Look, Joshua Mahacho America, he was here door. So, look, I've said it that nobody loves Andre more than me. But I'm waiting for that provisional squad.
Yeah.
If you are serious, when we hear that Carlos Queiroz is talking to people, I'm not sure he will go and talk to Andre.
So if you know this, why do you think there's a chance for him? Coach makes his decisions.
Look,
You know this.
I know the people pushing.
I see.
Don't behave as if you don't know certain things. This is the problem I have with you. Everything I know, you know. But when I'm talking like this, then you want to behave as if you don't know. You know.
The
Those
coach will
pushing-
name his squad.
and
You
I'm
even
saying
said the
that-
coach, you are not sure he will even talk to him.
I'm
How do you think that he will come
saying
to
that
that?
if those pushing,
Have they spoken to the coach? Those
no more-
people.
you see, if your paymaster, the one who pays you, is saying take this player, you must be a coach with balls.
When you look at Carlos, does he not look like he has
No
balls?
more 73, no money. Hey, 73 years.
So you think that
So the balls are
So,
finished.
I am
I've
ready.
been shrunk.
I am ready. Oh, Charlie.
so you think that
You understand my point?
so you think that
So
you think
what's the
that-
name
That's
of
so
the
crazy to say.
what's the name of the boy? The Nigerian boy.
Prince Amwaku Jr.
Prince Amwaku Jr. Hey, proper ball progressor.
He's very good.
Nathan Padieke, ekbe ball and ekemba.
He's very good.
All we need is for Carlos Queiroz to encourage him. Give him the boldness. Kashemo kugbeye. Don't be afraid when you give it 10 and face them. 10 and face them. Kachibwe foul, kakubwe foul. When you're here, kebo.
Coach, I have a question for you
Go ahead.
on that regard. So, obviously, you know where he plays, as I said in my submission.
Yes.
You've introduced a very interesting
Yes.
conversation about who you think he should go ahead of.
Yes. You should go
But
ahead
in
of
that case,
anybody.
so my question is, in that case, all the names are mentioned in that wide area. Do you foresee all of them going?
No.
which one? The wide left?
Yes.
No. But
Because now he says, so now he's saying that it's not even one of them he thinks the boy will replace. He thinks the boy will replace
Nothing ever
Andre.
comes into the middle. That's why, see, if you look at the way the boy plays, if you bring him into, look, like imagine 15 minutes to go, 18 minutes to go.
Right. Come and cause chaos.
Come and cost you. Hey, Pate, give it to him. He's a young boy. He's got energy to bend. He's technically.
And he's fearless.
He's fearless. Give it to him. Why are you in more? Then imagine we are leading England 2-0 and they give, hey, the whole stadium, hey, referee, foul. Cool it down.
Edge of the box.
Foul. These are the things we want to see. So that
I
boy,
like him.
me, that boy, Nathaniel Ajay,
Yeah. Centre back.
Majid Ashimeru, and the Midiama
Okay.
boy,
What about
Salim.
Augustin Boachi?
Augustine.
Yeah. He's the only
know,
one with the profile of
because-
Kudus.
But Fent, you talk about Kudus.
Left
Let me
footed,
ask you guys
creative,
this.
skillful.
Let me
He
guys, let me ask you guys this. The thing about Mo Kudus, and I've been thinking about this for a while. Assuming Mo Kudus were fit, right, and he was going, how do you think would be the best way to get them? Like, what's the best way
Or
to
they'll play him down that right side.
You see, if he doesn't,
Is it wide or through the middle?
You see, it is up to him. If he doesn't, if he was fit to play in the middle, he needs to up his work rate without
Yeah.
the ball. If he cannot do that, he goes
Then
out
you
wide.
play him wide.
No two ways. Because
Oh,
Charlie, look,
that's where he'll play.
in the middle of the park, the sort of movement and commitment and desire and energy that is bent there, you cannot lose
Yeah.
the ball and be walking.
You're right.
Or else we are dead. We
You're
are
right,
dead.
because I'm thinking of all the players who play in that position for their club or country.
Look at
all of them.
They are all without the ball. They are moving. That's one thing I like about Majid Ashimeru. On the ball, you see him very well, but off the ball,
he's very combative.
He's combative.
That's why he likes getting injured.
Injured like that.
He's not afraid to go into a tackle.
He's not afraid. So Nathan, as for this friendly game, we should just walk a passage down. Wow. I hate you. I about getting bottle. Me, I just hope that Carlos Queiroz, per his trip, Fento, he's talking to the right players. He's meeting them. He's telling them what he expects of them when they finally join it. I even hear that he's even giving them written document explaining your role in the setup that he's going to build.
Did you see his post today? What he said?
No, I've not read that.
He's put out a very, very interesting
read it to you.
Queiroz?
Yes. A message he's put out. He sent out a message.
No, you read it out.
He says, dear lads, or Nathan, you have it.
Dear lads. Nathan, he's met several of them.
Yes. 40 days to honor the pride, passion, and dreams of Ghana.
Now go there.
Absolute focus.
That's it.
Maximum discipline.
That's it.
Total sacrifice.
That's it.
No distractions.
No distractions.
No excuses.
No excuses.
Only commitment to excellence. Think big.
Think big.
Believe big. Be ready to deliver big.
Now go there.
Greatness is a team united on and off the pitch by discipline, by sacrifice, and the relentless execution, the one you mentioned, of every small detail together. Time to rise for Ghana. Carlos Queiroz.
If you understand the principles of coaching in football.
Now, many times you mentioned the word discipline.
Yes.
And commitment.
You can't. Why are you
and fighting for each other.
Fighting for each other.
It's important.
No, we don't want a player who will be walking. We don't want a player who will be dancing. We want Mufemo here, though. Or clapping and trying to clot your brain by beating your chest like that. We don't want players like that. We don't want those things.
Which player has been doing that?
Oh, Dabi, we shouldn't go back. But the fact is, we have good and very energetic players. They will have to go and play the World Cup.
All right.
In that wide area, Coach, answer my question for me. What do you think? What I was talking about, all the names I mentioned.
In that wide area.
Yeah.
And
Assem or who?
Assem.
Wide what? Wide left or right?
Wide left.
Right.
Right.
I think the right is okay.
You see,
the wide left, we don't even, with Kudu's absent, we don't have even a lot of options there anymore.
The problem is that.
So some of the wide left guys have to go there.
Is Otuado favored the inverted wingers?
Yes.
To be honest with you, personally as a coach, it is not the type of winger I favor. They are like the traditional people. If the guy is look at Anto Sema, you see he's very ambidextrous. So now Man City is using him.
They play him on the right. Yes.
So he can go. Look at the goal today. That second goal that he created for Man City was what calmed their nerves. Yeah. Brentford would have worried them. You saw what he did, right? He went straight to the bar line, attacked the fullback with intent, and delivered the cross. Created commotion. Erling Haaland slots it in. Man City 2.
Okay.
You see, because they are that good, when I say they, I'm talking about our wingers. My only problem is that those left-footed wingers, like Isayaku and Co, when you put them on the left, they can't play. They cannot play.
That's the thing. They can't go straight. They just want to cut in.
That is why a player like Joseph Pencil, a player like...
It's valuable.
Is valuable in the team.
Pencil can play on the right.
He can play on the left. When he's on the right, he goes orthodox. When he's on the left, he invert.
Yeah, that's
so if you look at what we've got, I trust Carlos Queiroz. He will make the correct permutation.
Okay.
But that nonchalant boy, 15 minutes to go, 18 minutes to go, he's through the middle.
What do you think of Thomas Brandon or something?
Oh, look, if you want a number 9 to start in the World Cup,
it should be Brandon.
He's my number 1 choice. But you might have been saying this.
Yeah.
I have been saying this, that was one of the reasons why Otuado, they bore me
He never. Another player never
They give
gave
him
a
2
chance.
minutes. Look, you were at the Unity
I
Cup.
saw it.
You saw the goal he scored.
Yeah, against Nigeria.
First time finish.
4 passes.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. He was in the box. Bam!
I remember when the sequence started and they started to move. I was just watching him. And I noticed that he made a very intelligent striker's run.
Yeah.
He
He
knew
took
that
the defender, then he drew back.
He knew
and then he
that
met
once
him.
the ball went to the left, all he needed to do was to beat the defender and create enough space so he can attack the cross.
He reminds me of Lautaro Martinez. Short, strong, stout, but very efficient.
Man, I will start him. But you find me.
Yeah.
You see, when I say some of these things, do I know Brenda Asante?
No,
I don't know him. I've never met him before. But if the Blacks, if you need a number, as we speak today, Jordan, are you bench? Jordan, bench. Nobody can tell me. Jordan, are you bench? Brenda Asante, number 9.
No, but it's also the World Cup. You need to
Oh, I bet to me about Fenty.
you need players with a
You see,
certain.
we have taken players.
Wrap it up. Let's go for a break.
We took players who had never played in the World Cup. When we took Dede and Jordan to the World Cup, had they played in the World Cup before?
Coach,
our
when
first
you were
World Cup
but
team had
to be
not
fair,
played
no,
at the
all
World
I'm
Cup.
trying to say is that we saw all these shiny players when they came to World Cup qualifiers. We still needed Jordan. They can't play.
Oh, what I'm
It's
saying
also true.
What I'm saying, the Jordan's
He
current
made-
form,
he played-
his
he
current
scored
form is
7
not
goals.
good. His
That
current form is not
when
good.
he was
I've
scoring
always-
7, to be fair,
Fenty.
coach, when he scored 7 goals and made 7 assists, what was he doing at Leicester? Nothing.
Fenty.
That's the point. There are certain players with a certain.
Fenty. You see-
Let's not downplay.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
no
not
problem.
done.
Guys,
Without
let's
Jordan's goals, we don't go to the
That's not
World
what
Cup.
I'm saying. We've moved away from that.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is this: as we speak today,
Yes.
his form is not good.
In the
what-
Blasters.
Oh,
When we went and
we
got
just saw-
embarrassed at the friendlies, he
We
was
just-
the only player to score a goal. What about that? He and Isahaku against Austria. Did you see the goal he scored?
the point I'm making.
You said now. And in the last games we played, you saw
So
him
you were impressed with Jordan's performance in that?
against Austria. La ilaha illallah. He was the only one that didn't disgrace himself.
Anyway, this
When
is still
Isayaku and Co are moving forward, he's bringing the ball backwards. He's dribbling in our 18. That's what you call football.
As for Jordan, we'll play him.
You see, it's not a matter of playing him.
Start him.
Don't play anybody.
wrap it up and let's
We
go
are
for a
looking
break.
out for people who help our team.
Okay.
And
No,
Jordan is the one who took us to the World Cup.
Oh, Massa. They'll go and bring
Let
those who
him
take us to
finish.
the first World Cup.
And then we-
Why is it that when they are talking about Jordan, are you and Dede, are you and you don't want
Who
us
has
to talk?
mentioned the day are you here?
No, but when I read that, you
mentioned
spoke
the day
about
are
it. The point I'm making is this. They are dedicated servants to this country. Nobody's running away from that fact. But the fact still remains that if you are going to a tournament like the World Cup, you take players who are on form. Form first,
Yes.
before experience. If you are on form and you don't have experience, you will survive. If you are not on form and you cannot survive only on experience, it's been proven. It's a proven fact.
Okay.
So the point I'm
So I
making
have a
is
question
that
for you on
Jordan
that point. Yeah, I
is
get
the
it.
captain of the team.
Yes.
If his form is good, he's my number 1 player on the team list.
Okay.
She know me na ya, he na ya, for me.
Do you
For me.
so on that note, should a player like Thomas Partey start or not?
Thomas Partey, if we have a better option, he sits down. Me, I'm not a hypocrite. I'm
So-
Thomas,
so-
in
so-
Thomas
so-
Partey's
so-
position,
so-
we don't have a better replacement. So he plays.
Yeah,
Jordan, Brenda Asante, can he be?
So
I'm
on that
a
score,
fella.
no, you say form first. In Thomas Partey's position, you mentioned Ashimeru. You mentioned
No.
Augustin Boachi. You mentioned hold on. You
I
said
didn't
you said
mention
form.
Augustin Boachi.
No, I did.
And that is you said you mentioned.
Yeah, I
Let
did.
me
Okay.
ask you this.
No, hold on.
Oh, yeah, let's go along
Yeah,
that
we are talking
No,
form.
let's
Go
go
on,
along
hey,
that
no,
tangent.
Let me explain my point.
we have to-
We are talking form. We want to be consistent.
friend
We are talking
All the
form.
players I have mentioned are in better form than Thomas. Thomas hasn't played. But
And
he
what did I
says
say?
here,
Okay.
coach says
And
that
what did I
if
say?
we have a
It is
better
true.
option, and I'm
What
saying
did I
that
say?
if it's based on form, then they
What
are
did I
better.
say? What did I say?
Then they are
Fair,
better.
They are not better than Partey in
you
his
see?
position.
Oh,
They are not.
You said
What
form. You said form.
And I'm saying
Is he
that
in better
those,
form?
those who name those names,
he in better form?
His form may not be good, yes, but those you are mentioning
So
are
why
not
are
better
you
than
making his excuse
I
for
am
him but
giving
not
you
Jordan?
Somebody who is better
You see,
than
I
Jordan
want
currently.
consistency.
Why is there inconsistency?
Okay.
There's no inconsistency.
Okay.
The point I'm making is this. If Thomas is not on form and there's a player who can do better than Thomas, he sits down. That's the point I'm making. I'm not defending anybody. So what I'm saying is that once there's somebody who has a better form than Jordan in the position, Jordan,
And I just gave you players who are in better form than Thomas. But you are saying that they are not better than him. How?
Can they they play in Thomas' position?
Why can't
Can
they
they play
play?
like Thomas?
Why can't they play? Why can't they play?
Oh no. Anyway, guys,
If you are the coach, you put them inside and sit Thomas
okay.
down.
Let's just take a.
You
quick
put them
break.
inside and put Thomas down.
This is
if
still,
you are the coach.
This is still the Jupay
The same reason they'll
podcast,
play
like,
Jonah.
Guys, can
About
we take a break?
Waketa. Ka wo be obashia. 18 minutes can work wakamete Qatar 2022. I'm agbe watch Kenya me. I'm agbe watch. Ka yen ka waka.
Let's just take a quick break. This is still the Jupay Podcast Live. My name is Nathan Kwab. Coach Christopher Nimley is here. Friend Tahir is here. Your comments have come to. We'll go through those comments, right? After the break, we'll get to the Zoom, have a chit chat with our friend and brother Daniel Cranton, get his own perspective of the Black Star squad. And then we'll open the phone line so you can also join us and share your thoughts on the national team. This is the Jupay Podcast Live. We are live on YouTube, X Spaces, and TikTok. Drop your comments. We'd love to hear from you. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Send money home with no headaches. With smiles on the faces of loved ones. It's convenient, fast and easy. Show me Jupay. Jupay has the best rates on market. We help you make the most of your money. Meet a need, send via Jupay. Show me Jupay.
Welcome back. This is the Jupay Podcast Live. We are on YouTube, we are on X Spaces, and we are on TikTok. My name is Nathan Kwafento Tahiro, and Coach Christopher Nimley are still here with me. We are powered by Jupay, your number one money remittance service. It doesn't matter where you are. You can send money to Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, Kenya, South Africa. If you're in the US, Canada, and the UK, Europe, wherever, Jupay is the medium through which you can send your money so people can receive it instantly without hassle, without stress. And as I said earlier, you can equally enjoy a discount by applying the promo codes Coach, Nathan, and Fento. And we are also powered by Auntie Lou. They are the people giving us all these wonderful things the guys have been enjoying on the set and all of that. So if you are figuring out where to get your snacks, drinks and all, Antilu is the place to be. So as promised, let's go to the Zoom. Let's go to the line and catch up with our friend and brother Daniel Cranting. He couldn't join us in person, but it doesn't matter. Thanks to technology, we can get his thoughts on the show. DK, how are you? Good evening. How are you doing? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can. Guys, can you hear Daniel? I can't see. It looks like he can hear us, but we can't hear him. I don't know.
Yeah, he can hear us. He's giving us
Okay.
time. So let him.
DK.
All right.
As you set yourself up, some beautiful lily, they help you set yourself up.
Yeah. He's prepping for Mother's Day. All right, Daniel, your thoughts on? We still can't hear, but anyway, let's ask him. Daniel, your thoughts on the Black Star squad to take on Mexico? Benjamin Asare has been drafted in to replace Dreams FC's Gideos Esiaku. A few interesting names in there in terms of that squad who Carlos Queiroz and the selectors have brought in. What are your own perceptions, your own views of the team, and what should we expect, or what are you expecting from this team that will play against Mexico on the 22nd of May?
Personally, I don't place too much premium on that friendly match. The timing of it is a bit off, and I feel like only a handful of players will have a chance to probably play themselves into the World Cup. The likes of Ashimero and then Augustin Mwachi, they are the two guys who I feel like they have a very strong chance of playing themselves in the World Cup. But even with Ashimero, if you look at his form and game time, it's not necessarily the best left. Especially in this year, he's been playing a couple minutes there, but he's not gotten that form that we know usually have in terms of game rating and stuff. So for me, I'm not too convinced there. If things improve from now to the game, then probably it gives a little bit more hope. But aside that, I guess Augustin Boache has a real opportunity. If you look at the injuries that we already have in the team, the poor fitness of Myanmar sometimes, you don't expect him to have too much game time before the end of the season, or let me say enough game time to put him up there to World Cup standard in terms of World Cup fitness. Kudus probably injured out of the World Cup. So with that, there are a few opportunities, or there are few spots in the team that I feel that can be grabbed. And I think Augustin Boache is one of them who can easily convince the technical team into taking him into the World Cup. But look, we still have plenty of issues. I'm still hoping and praying that the DFA can come up with another friendly match after the Wales game, so that probably it will give Carlos Queiroz a better understanding of his team. I know that he'll not be able to change anything in terms of personnel after the squad is filled, after the Wales game, but he will still be able to better understand your team and make up those whatever game plan you need to can be fine-tuned, right, for the opening game against Panama. So that's what I'm hoping for an extra friendly game. But in terms of the Mexico game, as I don't place too much premium on it. I'm not too interested in what happens because very few players will be drafted into the team. And in fact, with the composition of the squad, there's no guarantee that whatever style we go and shoot it against Mexico is probably what we'll be doing against Panama, Croatia, and England. So for me, that friendly doesn't give me too much excitement, but the one or two players who I'm interested in seeing and interested to see whether they take that opportunity and probably get on the plane with North America.
You touched on the fact that there are some questions to be answered in terms of the problem areas of the Black Stars. Coach has mentioned it. Fento's mentioned it. You also speak about the fact that this friendly may not mean much. So do you think that maybe the GFA could have taken this friendly away and then drafted in the players who are going to be replacements for Salisu, Mo Kudus most likely, and Esniama and players who are solving some of the glaring problems right back, and then Carlos Queiroz names the squad, and then he tries to put in, solutions to those problem areas. Do you think that would have been a wiser approach? No Mexico friendly. We ID who we want to solve the problem areas. We draft them in, and then we go to the World Cup. And in training camp, we try to figure out how to plot the next step.
Yeah, I think that could have been that in terms of the timing of the friendly. In fact, if you monitor it from the Mexico point of view, you can clearly tell that they are the ones who reached out and they wanted the friendly suits them better. So of course, as well, the things are sure to go their way rather than Ghana's way. But when I look at, it made a very good point. Look at the pool of players that we have. In fact, the more regular players that we have, and I look at their seasons, I think quite a number of them will conclude for the 22nd of May. And it's making me wonder why some of the more regular players were not drafted into this. Thinking if the French League ends next weekend, I think on the 16th, and if that is happening, I don't see why the likes of Stenaya and Elisha Wusu and Video Mensah could not be drafted into the squad, because I'm looking at Ebenezer Annan, and his league finishes, I think, this weekend. So if his finishes this weekend and he can be drafted in, why can't somebody who's season 22 be drafted in? So these are some of the questions. And in terms of what this squad will help us solve, I don't think we can get too many answers from that, because of the pool of players who were selected for the team. In terms of experience, they have very little of it. It's the under 23 and local base players, and I don't think that that's where Carlos Queiroz will be looking for solutions. Bar one or two, as I've mentioned, in the Ashimans and the Augustine Boatis. But aside that, look, it's very difficult to see how we solve our problem, because if you even look at the list of defenders, there's no specialist right back in the squad that was named. Then you look at the fact that we have right backs. They're living in a game that is of, I can say, little importance. There's no right back in there. So then what problem are we going to solve? The setback that have been selected are certainly not going to unseat the guys who have already made the squad in previous times. So I genuinely don't see what exactly we are solving in this. It's just probably like an innovation.
In terms of output or results, you mentioned that we shouldn't fuss too much, but should the Black Stars get a thumping? Should that concern? Okay, Coach Nimley says anything. Coach Nimley says anything above 3 is a problem.
Yeah, anything above 3 is a problem in terms of optics for the head coach.
Okay,
because it's like he's basically coaching 2 different teams. And we all know that this team is not the one going to the World Cup. So if he goes in there for the move, in terms of his confidence level with the people, that is the fans, and obviously doesn't really. But in terms of the actual personnel, I really, if I go, we'll pull out of this friendly game, because it doesn't serve me for in terms of World Cup preparation for me. Because if we go and do well, then what? How many of the players are going to beat the World Cup? If we go and we get some, I really don't see how we win in this situation. But then again, it makes sense when you are looking at who reached out to who, how Mexico have taken this game very seriously. They are using it as one that will probably, because if you read the Mexican play, they are not going to name their final squad until after the Ghana game. So for them, that will be a clear indication of like the last justified slot for the World Cup sort of arrangement. But for us, it's completely different. And again, it serves them because a large chunk of their players play in the MLS and in the Mexican League. So they have a good core who have realistic opportunities of making the World Cup. But for us, if you look at that team, we'll be lying to ourselves if we say at least 5 of them, 5 out of the 3 they will be selected. It's not going to happen. So then I ask myself, then what is the issue?
So DK, if I may ask you, you highlighted the problem or the sort of bad start that will have on the coach. But I'm interested in the name Ghana. You don't take Ghana out there, knowing very well that the decision you've taken to accept this game is possible that we are going to get embarrassed. And at the end of the day, it is not Ghana's team B or Ghana team A. It's going to be the Black Stars of Ghana. That is where my worry is. That you don't accept a game that could lead to we be destroyed and embarrassed. Because look, like you rightly said, I look at it and I see that, look, I'm hoping we don't get beat more than 3. For if we get beat more than 3, then it is clear that we've been embarrassed. And people might have benefited whilst embarrassing Ghana. That is clear.
Yeah, and I think
a problem.
Yes, I think I agree with you. That's where the problem is, because when I ask the question, what do we benefit from this? Aside the man Mexico is playing, which is not coming to the national professional, what other benefits is there? And with that man, you and I will not experience. And the way they run their business, you don't even have it that improving the level of football in this country. It's more like a personal team, but I'll be very grateful to put on Jupay sanity. Because even in international friends, you see some of these things happen where the Scandinavian and they have their team playing one friendly, and then the same day the TV are playing another. So when you play for optics, it's just people that Black Stars, not even the Black Stars, the Black Stars.
Okay.
But if you get some, it still doesn't really need for care, because the average fan doesn't care. The average fan would obviously be pressure on him if he looks bad in that game against Mexico. So that's why for me, I think it's a lose-lose.
You see, Danny K, I don't understand. This is why I'm always fighting with coach. You are sitting here, you are saying that if we go the friendly matters, you get embarrassed. It will not be good for the coach. But you said that the coach is not going. You said you have intel that the coach is not. So if he's not there and we get embarrassed,
I didn't mention the coach. You see, you have not been listening to me. I was interested in the name Ghana. I didn't mention the coach. Daniel mentioned. I said, my interest is the name Ghana being disgraced. That's the problem.
Daniel,
Carlos Queiroz is a Portuguese.
Yeah. Daniel, my final question. Daniel, my final question to you. As we wrap it up,
you say you feel like the coach is not going. So if you go and get embarrassed, it has no influence on your coach.
No problem. You have that.
You have it.
The man will not be there. You two, you are saying
Daniel, my final question to you will be: looking at everything we all know, the constraint of time and everything, are you in favor of Carlos Queiroz naming a provisional before the final squad, or you think he should just dive straight into naming his 26 for the World Cup, and then
he's required to present the professional.
He's required to present a provisional.
Yeah, because if you have late injuries, that's where you choose from. So it's a requirement.
Okay. Let me rephrase. Do you believe in Carlos Queiroz naming a large provisional squad, or a provisional squad that is very close to what he will use at the World Cup?
I think name the largest squad possible, because he himself doesn't properly understand this thing. So the safest bet, if you try to hold and pull it down to so that break on
YouTube network, Papa.
Name the largest.
What would I take over?
Okay, all right. It looks like we are having a bit of an issue with Daniel's line. We'll see if we can reconnect and get his final bits there. But I think the long and short of Daniel's point really is that Carlos Queiroz should name the largest. Anyway, Daniel, thank you for joining us. I think we'll have to wrap it up here because of network challenges. But Daniel, thank you so much. We'll catch up really, really soon. And thanks for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll speak soon. That was Daniel Cranton giving us a wonderful thumbs up there.
No makuta.
So that was Daniel Cranton sharing his thoughts. So the final bit of what he was saying was that he thinks Carlos Queiroz should name the largest provisional
How
squad
large?
as possible.
How large?
And then we can prune it
Yeah,
down.
I advise he shouldn't go beyond 35.
Not beyond 35. Fent.
Maximum 35.
What's the magic number for the provisional?
56.
56.
Yeah.
Not
Then
beyond.
you add who? You, me, coach, and
You see, you, Carlos Queiroz, you don't have time.
Okay. All right.
So why widen the pool?
Anyway.
So much that
is-
you may know
this is-
you could get yourself even confused.
Okay.
So me, I would prefer he name a slightly large, but I'll be shocked if he goes beyond 35.
Okay. All right.
And for a coach of his caliber, normally I think they would do 35.
35.
Yeah, they'll not
Sounds
go
like the
to
magic
35.
number. Anyway, this is still the Jupay Podcast Live. We are in the home stretch. We'll be wrapping it up in a bit. But please give us a call. Give us a call. Let me try and get the number. Let me get the number for you. So you can give us a call. In the meantime, let me read the comments that have come in so far. Interesting comments, guys. Very, very interesting comments that have come in so far. This one says, first time joining live. It's Eugene Boating. First time joining live. Was it necessary for Benasari to be in this collab? Perhaps we could have had another opportunity to look at Jaden Odro from AZ Alkmaar. I see that Ghana people, we like these kind of bogus stars. So every time we are mentioning,
I think his issue is still being discussed. I hear the father don't have a problem with it. It is the mother that is.
it's his
doing
mother
it.
that's not who's not too sure.
We need a bit more. Of
Okay, so
talking
he has to be-
convinced, because the
she has to
problem
be
with the boy is
convinced.
that he's good, but the problem he's almost of the same age of the current Dutch number one goalkeeper.
Oh,
So if he
the current
doesn't
that's
play
number one
for Ghana-
goalkeeper is who? Brighton's goalkeeper,
Yes.
Verbruggen.
I don't know, but I'm told that their ages are almost, they're just 1 year in between, with the current Dutch number one goalkeeper a year older than him. So if he decides to play there, you can imagine they will get old together. So Assad, when is he going to take up that number one, whilst we are offering him a possible number one position
I see.
in our team? So hopefully things will go on right. Maybe we may not get him for the world, because I'm told that for a very good source, in fact, good source, that
These days, you have sources.
I have sources
Yeah.
from a very good source that says that if by the third weekend or in the middle of the last week in May, and we are not able to get a breakthrough, I think we'll close our mind on him for now. But like I'm saying, the father has agreed. The boy, mom is the one more or less trying to, but we are still talking to her. I'm told that there's even going to be some high government delegation intervention. To
Are
see
you
what-
part of that delegation?
I wish I would be part, because this would be simple for me to do.
Okay.
Because he said we are still talking to you. It means that he's
No, I'm
part
talking on
of.
behalf of Ghana.
He says
Ghana
he's
is
talking
me.
on behalf of Ghana.
I thought
You've got a
as a
problem.
person.
Oh. You a problem.
More messages. This one at Ojam Ata or Ojamata 6903 says Joseph Pinto has scored 33 goals and has assisted 13 in 83 MLS games for Galaxy.
As for him, he goes to the World Cup
Okay.
because he's home,
Okay, yeah, he's home.
and he will show people that he's home. Jojo,
Okay. This one says they should have called Derek Lucasen.
Oh. Have you checked on the yellow card?
Okay, this one says, Coach, we want to know the Asari saga. Well, we told you we can't say it.
After that one, it is not a saga.
It's not a saga.
It's not a
at all.
saga.
Okay, all right.
But,
Final one.
Hopefully, he will go.
All right,
But
from-
it will need a lot of encouragement. For him
Okay.
To go.
Richard Achampon says 13 goals and assists 29 matches for a midfielder isn't bad at all. Let's hope Prince Amoako can perform exceptionally in this friendly game. A couple more comments and then we take your calls. This one says wingers are Semenyo and Babunsu. Both can play either side. And this one says Fento Pa. He just wants to get on coach's nerves.
Monga Chireno.
Okay, let me go through. Let's take some calls. I think we have a call on. We have a caller on. Hello. Okay, you're calling us from Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City.
Yes, that is right.
Wonderful. Please go ahead.
Okay, so my main concerns or questions is for Coach and Fent.
Okay.
So it's the goalkeeping problem, right? So either Benjamin Asare or Atizigi. I want to ask them both. Is Benjamin Asare really, really better than Atizigi?
Okay.
I mean, is any of
Can
you
I
guys
answer?
really convinced about?
Can
Yes.
I answer?
Okay. Coach,
Yes,
answer.
please, Coach.
You see, maybe you don't know this. Ati is my boy. Ati is my boy. When I say he's my boy, I nurtured him. So I've known Ati since he was a kid. But as it stands
Okay.
today, Benjamin Asare is the better goalkeeper. It's a very difficult
Okay.
statement to make, but for me, it's about Ghana. And I think Benjamin Asare is better. Because statistically, it is there for everybody to see. Ati is put in goal,
Right.
he takes a minimum of 3. The goalkeeping department is not only about the balls or the saves you make. A lot go into that. And I've spoken to defenders who's played with the 2 goalkeepers, and most of them speak very highly of Benjamin Asare. And from the technical point of view, I look at his organization, I think he's better off a goalkeeper than Lawrence Atizigi. And that counts a lot. It is so unfortunate that I'm sure people are a bit hesitant because of where Benjamin Asare plays. That sometimes players' trajectory are very different. I'll be the first to admit that Benjamin came a bit late in his career. I would have wanted him a bit earlier. He's a bit late, but as we speak today, I think he's the goalkeeper, better on form,
Okay.
better organizer.
I'll answer that differently. I'm not saying that I'm disagreeing entirely with Coach, but there is a huge aspect of it that I disagree with. I think that there is a certain nuance that is needed in answering this question. I think that Atizigi is the better goalkeeper.
Okay.
There is no doubt. He has the better reflexes. He passes the ball better. His distribution
Yeah,
is
that's
better. He's better than Benjamin Asare all round as a goalkeeper. There's a reason. Look, you put Benjamin Asare there. No team in the Swiss first year signs him.
That could be because of his age.
Yeah, that's that. But I'm even
not
saying that
his
if they
agility.
emerge even at the same time at this current status,
Yeah.
right? Let's say Atizigi is also 32, and let's say based on form, they ask them to pick one goalkeeper. Based on the way the modern game is played, everybody takes Atizigi ahead of him.
Then
However,
nobody picks Donald.
However, no, I'm coming.
Okay,
That's why I
you
said
let him finish.
a nuance is required in answering this question. So I think it's the better goalkeeper. There is no it's not even up for debate.
Okay, fair
We've seen
point.
the kind of saves he pulls off.
Yeah.
Benjamin doesn't need to pull off those saves, but he doesn't concede.
But he's the better.
No, Coach, I'm coming. That's why I said nuance is needed. Okay. The issue here is that when it comes to the national team, whose numbers or whose performances help us win games?
It's Asare.
Whose numbers in terms of win percentage are better when they are in goal?
It's Asare.
It's Benjamin Asare.
so he's
Okay.
better.
So that's why he will
winning
keep
tower.
playing. Let me give you another good example. We have a similar example in our national team. Okay. Anton Semenyo, Jordan Ayew, Antoine is the better goalkeeper. Man City will not sign Jordan Ayew. Do you get it?
Yeah.
But when it comes to Ghana, on any given day, you will play Jordan Ayew and bench Semenyo
not true.
if push comes to shove.
It's not true.
It is true. 3 goals in 33
not
games.
true.
What are you doing? When they play you, what are you doing?
Oh, man,
Jordan, the same World Cup qualifiers, that we played, Semenyo scored 1 goal. Jordan scored 7
Jordan
and made
played
7 assists.
Jordan,
they all played the same number of games.
Jordan played
what are you
all
telling
those
me?
games as a number 9.
Fair point.
He was
I
closer
don't
to
care.
goal. You should, it matters.
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
If you play,
what are you talking about?
Semenyo number 9, number
will
10,
score.
number 60, number 50,
He will score.
He will score.
He will score.
He will score.
all right.
He will
Let-
score.
let's
He
go.
scored 3 goals.
Okay.
So the guy
In
is still on the
33
line.
games.
I
The rest of
don't
them
know
are
if
what
Nana
is
is
he
still
doing?
on the line. Nana, are you still on the line?
I'm still here, coach.
Okay.
And the reason why I asked that is because, look, let's say we are playing against England at the Gillette Sports Stadium in Foxborough, right?
That's right.
70,000 capacity. He has never seen that amount of people watching a game in his life.
Who?
That is my biggest concern. Well,
Okay.
Benjamin Asare.
Benjamin Asare was just in Germany,
Benjamin
right?
Asare.
He was just in Germany.
Yeah,
He saw
but that
75,000
Germany-
people. He saw
I get
75,000
that,
people.
Nana,
but
Nana,
that
let
was
me
a friendly game,
Nana,
though.
let me
But
ask you a
if
question.
he can do it in friendly game, what stops him from
Nana,
doing
let me
it?
ask you a question. Nathan here. Who would you want? The goalkeeper who concedes more or the goalkeeper who can organize better?
And concede
And
less.
see, for me, the reason why I'm saying this, I'm going to go with Atizigi is because of the poor standards of our local league. Asare is never tested enough. He's never been in any situation. Back in the days when we had Kotoko and Haas playing peak level football, we could definitely just go and say, "Oh, that is it." But
you see,
in the last 10 years,
Now,
our
let me
teams
say
have
this,
been
please.
performing really, really poor.
yeah. So let me say this: the same league that Benjamin Asare plays in that is so poor. Ati plays in the better league against Sudan.
Right.
Ati concedes more goals against those teams. Sudan, Niger,
Coach
Comoros,
Ati's a
those
very
people.
unlucky guy.
No, he's not unlucky. He's not good enough.
Unlucky guy.
Look,
No, he is good enough, coach. He's a very unlucky
Look,
guy.
look, he's my boy. Look, the position in which I find myself to be saying what I'm saying, it's not easy for me.
Coach, one more question.
How many
Coach, one more
people,
question.
are you listening?
So-
How many people in Ghana
I'm listening, coach.
will speak the way I speak about something they made?
Coach, you're brutally
Coach,
honest.
So
Your
me,
honesty,
I'm
we
being
all
honest
feel
with
your
you.
honesty.
Who told you that? The question is
I
that
know.
I want Ati to be the number 1 goalkeeper. Anybody watching and listening to the show, I want Ati because he's a player I nurtured. I took him at the age of 8 years and virtually worked with him, made him. I gave him his biggest opportunity in football. That's why he is, by the grace of God. So for me to be telling you and all those watching that I think at that level, your ability to organize, your ability to put your defense in
Very
a very
important.
compact shape is the best. Because if you
Coach,
put...
you watch him in the Swiss league.
Oh,
He does the same thing. So
but he comes to the Black Stars, he
I'm
concedes
telling
a
you,
minimum of 3
You
goals.
see, no, Nana, can I come in here?
He concedes a minimum of 3 in every game.
Can I come in
Please.
here? I think let's
Please.
bring finality to this matter.
Yeah, they are.
I think you're both making very interesting points that are both good. That's why I'm trying to bring some nuance. I understand where coach is coming from. That as far as he's concerned, it really doesn't matter the level at which Ati plays. What matters is when he's played for the national team,
He's
it's not
been bad.
come with victories. His performances haven't been great. And you are saying that he's been unlucky, which I also agree with, to be honest, because I look at a lot of the games that Ati has played. And I'll give you a recent example. Like in the game against Austria that we played, we conceded
The
5
5
goals.
goals. Oh my
but
God.
if
Did
you
you
look
see
at
the
those
saves?
5 goals, it's very hard to find one and blame him for it.
Let me blame him. I can blame him for 3 of those goals.
Which one?
Number 1.
No, coach.
No, listen
Coach.
to me. Let me blame him. Listen to me.
Okay, hold on.
If that was Benjamin Asare, Khaled Richie is not attempting to control that ball without locating his blind side. Because Asare, come on, there's somebody behind you. Let it go. And he died. Ati sits there. He kept quiet.
I think that
listen.
is slightly high.
No,
Defender
it's
makes
not.
a clear error.
Oh, listen.
And the goalkeeper
Listen.
gets blamed.
No,
I
listen,
don't
I'm
think
not
that's
saying
fair.
that. Listen.
Because that was a clear error from the defender.
That was a clear error because if you look at the trajectory of the ball, Yenchi was not aware of the player. That is what makes a goalkeeper a goalkeeper. You listen to the rise of Ferdinand and Co talks about Peter Cech, Van der Sar.
Van der
It was
Sar.
how vocal those guys were. That drew defenders' attention to the danger. And if you talk to the defenders, any goalkeeper who behaves like that makes their work very easy. Look at the first
What do you
penalty.
think? No, what do you think Yenchi was trying to do?
He was trying to control. But I'm saying
he was
that
trying to head
Benjamin
and
said-
control at the same time. He was in. He was putting too much.
All right, guys, can we
Benjamin Asari
wrap it up on
would
this
have
one? The
told
other
him.
callers
All
on
I'm
the
saying,
line.
all I'm saying is that Nana
One
also
more
has a
question,
point when
then
he
I'll
says
go.
that he's just
No, we have
unlucky.
other callers on the line.
All
Guys,
right.
we've been on for a bit.
Look,
So
Yes,
I wanna ask
and I agree with
very
you when you say
simple,
that.
please.
Okay, go ahead. Ask one more. I'll answer.
Okay, coach, please, what is the meaning of Numo? You keep saying that.
Numo means
What is
old
the meaning
man.
of-
Oh, Numo means old man, a matured man.
Please
A
just
man
tell
of
him that
respect.
it's probably like the
You see,
the
Charlie.
guy version of Charlie. Like he used it to call anybody.
Yeah,
Numo is like, I mean, if matured man,
Nana, so
somebody-
literally,
so I can call you. Oh, Numo mean okay.
Yes.
Boss,
So
something
at
like
the,
boss,
yeah.
sort of.
So Numo literally means old man, but in our context, we use it like as a term to call each other.
Actually, the true
like a
version
word
is
of
Nana. You
endearment.
can call anybody Nana.
something like that.
Very
something
good. Something like that.
That's
Yes.
what it
That's really what it is.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank you
Nana.
guys so much.
Thank
All
you,
right.
thank you, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Nana, for calling. I think we have another caller on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Andrews Kwame Obin, calling from Ajingano, Caterpillar.
Okay. All right.
Ajay
Andrews.
Ngano, he's our neighbor.
Yeah, I think he's our neighbor. Yeah.
You could have come to the studio. We are not far from you.
Please go ahead with your question or comment or contribution.
Actually, I really want to matter. I
Okay.
think Artistic is better, much better than sorry. Artistic is not playing in the local league or he's not playing for Kotoko. You guys don't, like him and this kind of thing. I've seen a lot of you really, really great, speak the truth. Because looking at Artistic and Benjamin, sorry, more better than you guys should stop this kind of stuff. Seriously.
Are you serious?
What have we done?
Are you serious?
Oh, coach, hold on. Relax. What have we done?
What have we done?
We take it easy, coach.
He's off. He's gone off. He's not serious. What do you mean we should stop this? The point is that Ati record with the Black Stars speaks volume for itself.
Chris,
Asari's record also speaks for itself.
Chris,
You see,
Chris,
I don't blame those who
Chris,
think that Asari is not good because look, all those are it's because of how bad the Ghana League is.
Okay, you know what? Let me take this caller. Hello.
Because, come on, man. What is that?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes. What's your name and where are you calling
Yeah,
from?
my name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from the restaurant just nearby.
Okay, all right.
How does he know where we are?
Yeah,
I wonder.
I saved you the chai tea and everything. Right? All right.
So go ahead, boss.
Please go ahead.
So if we disagree with this guy,
You won't serve us again.
So if you know, okay. So I think the friendly match we're about to play is unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Honestly. So they should just treat it as like, let's say, like a normal game. Maybe the players they call, they should just have fun with it, because it's nothing that's going to help anybody. Yes, and then the debate between Asari and then Atizi, I think Asari goes a bit ahead of Atizi.
Why? Why would you put him ahead of Atizigi?
So the thing is, now, Asari is much more in a place of confidence than Atizigi for me. Because Atizigi has tasted the opportunity and then he didn't come out really well. But Benjamin Asari, maybe you can talk about luck or something, but he's come out successful enough. And I think he should be ahead of Atizigi. Yeah.
what aspect of his performance in that Germany game convinced you that this guy is very confident?
Yeah, good question.
Well, that's why I mentioned the team.
Was his ball handling superb? Was his distribution faultless?
The only thing I think he doesn't.
He was
take the
very
ball
jittery
very-
in that
his
game against
distribution
Germany.
was
You
not.
could tell that
He was not jittery. If he was jittery, the entire team was jittery.
I was
They
there.
brought- they brought the pressure on themselves. Otuado said,
So when it comes to Benjamin, sorry, there, it's not Benjamin, it's a defender. When it comes to Atizigi, there's Atizigi. You coach.
how many goals
You,
did he concede?
you
If
coach.
you had put Ati in there with all his experience, you concede a minimum of 3.
Okay, no problem, guys. Let's see if we have another. caller on the line, or we have somebody on.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think.
What I am point.
No, let them call.
Let them call.
Let's have a bit more of the calls.
Let's take a few more of the calls. Hello. Okay. Okay. All right. We'll see if a few more calls can come. You know, this Benasari Atizigi thing.
It's a dead conversation.
No, I just
No,
find it,
it's not dead, Coach.
why are
we
we making it an
need
issue?
we need
No,
another
no.
day to debate.
No. Fair.
Clearly,
That's
people
okay.
have contrary
For
views.
me,
Okay, hold on.
It-
We have
go
another
ahead.
call on the line. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Machimota.
All right,
There are
please go
people
ahead.
debating in the background.
It's the feedback. Hello, please go ahead. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to.
Yes.
I think when it
Before you
comes to
continue, I want you to
RTCG,
lower the TV or the PC, whatever you are using to watch. Please lower
the
it.
playback
If
is
you can
coming.
Yes,
away from
or it's giving us feedback.
Okay. Sorry. Is it okay now?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Okay. So I think I'll start with the Atizigi Benasari argument.
Yes.
I'm really on the side of coach. I don't understand why when it comes to Asari, we are using lack in terms. How many goals does Asari concede in the GPL fine by a standard against what Atizigi is also conceding in the Swiss League? If people are making case that he's making saves in the Swiss League, how many goals is he also shipping in? The last time I checked, he has shipped in over 200 goals or so. I said 200 goals, over 20 goals, over 20 goals. So how are we using the Swiss League as a bar? That is a standard. You are fortunate to be where you are. He's also fortunate to be where he is. If you're a keeper, you can't organize your defense, then what is your use? I still stand by coach. I understand how coach feels when he's talking about Atizigi, but it's bold for him to be saying those things.
But boss, I have a question for you. Are you aware that the Swiss league is the highest scoring league in the whole of Europe, where the average goals per game is 3.6? So when you say Atizigi is conceding, it's true, but it's also important to look at the larger picture, that concession is not just an Atizigi problem in Switzerland. That is how the entire Swiss
When he
league
comes to the
is structured.
Blasters.
No, I get it. I get it. Hold on, coach. I was making a point. I get you. Yeah, I told you I don't disagree with you in the point you made. I just want people to understand the points in the larger scale of things, that the goal concession we are talking about in the Swiss league, it's a fact that Atizigi does concede a lot in the Swiss league. But Atizigi is not the only goalkeeper that concedes a lot in the Swiss league, because it's just the pure nature of the Swiss league. Every goalkeeper there ships in an average.
He used to concede goals. That's when it comes to
so
Ghana.
every
He
goalkeeper
conceded-
there is.
okay.
Hold on, I'm coming. Yeah. Every goalkeeper there concedes the same average number of goals. So the way you can judge properly the quality of a goalkeeper is the expected goal. No, hold on. In that league, is the expected goals prevented. And expected goals prevented is a measure of the quality of shots that should have resulted in goals that were saved.
Yeah.
If you do that extrapolation, Atizigi is ranked number 1 in the entire Swiss league.
Okay, so
which means that he's preventing more obvious goals than any other goalkeeper in the Swiss league. So when you look at the goal concession alone in isolation, it doesn't do justice to him. Now, conversely, if you look at what goes on in the Ghana Premier League, the Ghana Premier League is the lowest scoring league in the whole of Africa. We average 1 goal per game. So if you have a goalkeeper there, he won't concede, which is also a fact. And it's also not a point against Asari at all. It's just a point that is a fact. That in the Ghana Premier League, if you are a goalkeeper in the Ghana Premier League, you will not concede more than 1 goal per game.
No problem.
Because the entire league, you don't score more than 1 goal per game.
So now,
So
when the two of
what-
them, when they now go to the national team,
that is what
that is what the issue is.
You see, so I don't want people to when
Use
they are
the league.
when they are discussing
Look at their
how
performances
good they
with the
are.
Black Stars.
You should
No
say
problem.
Ghana Premier League is not conceding and Swiss League. I don't think that one is
Okay.
fair.
Let me take another caller. Hello. All right. It looks like we'll take a couple more calls and then we'll call it an evening. This matter. I mean, I thought it was dead and gone. I didn't know
the
that.
caller who called from is
In the US, Denver.
Denver,
As
Colorado.
Nana from Denver.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, I think there's someone on the line.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Nana. I'm calling from Brighton.
Okay. Brighton in the United Kingdom. Please go ahead, Nana.
I totally agree with Coach Nimley. Benjamin Assar is way, way ahead of Atizigi.
Okay. Why?
That's just my contribution.
That's just your contribution. You agree with Coach that Benasare is ahead
I
of
totally
Atizigi.
agree with Coach.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
Nana,
please.
thank you so much for calling.
Like I said, I understand why Benjamin Asare should be imposed.
Fent, what are you saying?
No, I said it many times that I understand why Benjamin
You necessarily
Asare.
don't agree, but you understand why.
No, like there are two questions. Who is the best? Yeah,
He doesn't disagree. But if Asari is imposed, he deserves
that
to
is
be
the
Okay, I
point.
think we have a call on the line. Hello.
Yeah, I'm back. I think my line dropped.
Yes.
So concerning when I raised the issue concerning Atizigi's concession in the Swiss league,
Yes.
Fent is now stipulating it against the XGs of that league against the XGs of the GPL.
Yes.
But
Yes.
here is the same situation when the Swiss goalkeeper Atizigi comes down, he's receiving the same number of concessions.
Yeah, so
That's what Coach said. That's
yes.
what we all said.
When you went off, that's the point.
That's what we said. We
when
said
you bring
that.
them all
So therefore,
the common
you only have to
environment
use the
of
national team. So all I was saying is that when you use the leagues, because you introduce the league, so when you use the leagues, it may not be necessarily fair because the averages in the two leagues are very different.
Yes.
That's what I said. So then coach said yes, and that's why we have to use only their performances in the national team. And if it's only in their performances in the national team, I'm on record to have said that I would prefer a goalkeeper that will keep and not make any saves and not pass any ball and not keep a clean sheet that we win. Than the one that will make 1,000 saves and we still concede 3 goals and then we lose the game. So if that is what I prefer, then so far Asari is the one that is preventing the goals and we are winning the game. So he stays there for me.
All
Okay,
right.
clear.
Yeah.
Then my other I think I wanted to ask was concerning Ashimeru's availability.
Yes.
I really didn't think he was supposed to be part of this team. Looking at his injury situation and his recovery from the situation,
Yeah.
from what he just came back from.
Yeah.
But if you put him out there, that means if you are just like Coach was saying, we don't need Ashimeru to prove us of his capabilities.
Yeah.
Putting him in such game, that means he will need to exert more energy playing around, especially he's playing around people he has never even played with.
Yeah.
Meaning most of the load in the midfield will probably be on his shoulders to carry.
Yeah.
Which I feel really, really bad for him in this situation. That he's being put in a situation where people are talking about you, so play and let's see. And this is but as for Jordan, Charlie, fast bench, no time to waste. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's take what? How many calls? My producer says 2 more, 1 more, 3 more. Okay. Let's take one more. 2 more. Okay, 2 more. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. This is Dr. Sambol and Cancer calling from San Francisco.
All right, Doc. You're calling us.
just
You're
want to-
calling us from.
Doc is
from the
calling
West
from
Coast.
San Fran.
Doc is calling us
San
from the West
Francisco.
Coast.
Wait, Doc, do you work at Silicon Valley?
No, I lecture at Stanford University.
I see.
Oh, no way.
Wow.
No
Doc
way.
is a big man.
No
Doc is
way.
Doc, I'm curious.
What do you teach?
What do you teach? What's your PhD in?
My PhD is in philosophy, cosmology, and consciousness.
Wow.
wait.
That's some very deep
Philosophy, cosmology, and consciousness.
and consciousness.
That is an interesting.
Yeah, that's a very
then,
interesting mix.
And then I'm teaching decolonizing African epistemology in the era of AI.
I see. Wow, African epistemology in the era of AI.
Doc, you are a big man.
Yeah, Doc is a big man. That's some high level stuff.
Doc, can I ask a question? Coach.
Yes, please. So I rather have a question
You have a
for
question.
the group.
Okay, all right. Please ask your
Yes.
question.
I've been following you for a while now, especially Coach
Yeah.
and Fentio. And then I think both of you sound more like Ghana really needs to decolonize soccer. How do we do that? How do we decolonize Ghana soccer in the scheme of things?
How do we
I'll be willing-
decolonize Ghana soccer?
Ghana soccer
Okay.
in the scheme of things.
My answer.
And so
My answer will be this. I think first of all, we need to first of all identify who we are first as Ghanaians, right? Who we are, what kind of football we want. So we need to know who we are, and that should be seen in how we play our game. You understand? But in doing that, we can't also do it without understanding or without employing best practice. So, for example, the principles that that all successful countries will use, we have to use the same, but we need to contextualize those ideas or contextualize those principles and make them as Ghanaian as possible. Yeah. So that when we go to the world stage, the football is at a high level, but it is Ghanaian in nature. It is Ghanaian. When we look at it, we can ID and say, this is Ghana football, but it matches everything that the rest of the world will throw at us. That's just my simple answer.
My view is this. I think, you see, this is a very complex question to approach because, first of all, Doc, the whole idea of football is Eurocentric.
Yep.
So there is nothing original about football to the African culture. We got the football from the Europeans. And so as a result of that, a lot of our structures are Eurocentric. They're built around the people that brought the football to us. So in order to decolonize that, then it will involve completely dismantling all of those Eurocentric structures. And the problem with that is that the football system is built into associations. And the international associations, continental associations, all of them are linked to a much bigger body. Yeah. A much bigger body that makes all the rules of the game, that insist on every other structure following their ultimate structure. You don't follow that, they kick you out. And that is why independent governments on the continent or anywhere around the world can't just make decisions about their football without recourse to the regulations that are provided by the governing body. So you can't just... and decolonization will literally mean completely alienating yourself from the outside world and building structures that reflect solely your local economy. To do that will be complicated. However, I think it's entirely possible to redefine what we mean by decolonizing the football. And if we are redefining what decolonization of football is, then we are probably looking at building a football ecosystem that is rooted in our culture, rooted in our own systems, with a global mindset in there. So if you're looking at developing an identity of what a Ghanaian football should be like, it goes back to the ultimate question about who created the identity of the Ghanaian footballer.
That's true.
Most likely was influenced by Europeans that were here. But we have to find, and the coach has done some work in this, we have to find a certain iteration of a period where we attempted to create something that belonged to us and took it forward. Yeah. And I think we have a semblance of that with the so-called agro, and we named our style of football, and we called it agro. So now we need to develop...
They develop it,
we need to develop a system that produces players...
in nature, but it is global. It can match what the rest of the world...
Exactly, that produces players to fit into that particular system. So, but I think ultimately the easier way to do this, and the fastest way to do this, is to start with our coaching education and our coaching appointments, and understand that there's no better outsider that will understand what it means to be Ghanaian than the actual Ghanaian itself. So I think that's a place we can start.
So, Doc, just to add something small to what my friends have just said, it is not a question that we can just sit here.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
it's an academic conversation.
It's an academic conversation. So
I've been fortunate that I saw the likes of Uncle Ben Kofi. I did not only see them, but I worked with them.
You work with them, yeah.
I work with people like Otia Kenton, the late Coach Sam Adi. I have that personal relationship with Sir Cecil Jones Atukwefiu, the late. I was very young at the time, but I was always at the House of Folk training ground. I was always taking my juvenile team to be on the beach or at the beach with Hasselfolk. And I will go personally walk to Jones and he will teach me certain things and I'll go and I'll implement them. So currently as we speak, we've completely killed the ideologies of those people who help unearth the true Ghanaian talent. Why should we build our football and not be concerned about what happened at the grassroots?
Yeah, true.
It's so bad, it's so sad. We can only get it right when we get it right at that level. Ghana as a country, like every other country, is on a FIFA and CAF. Monies that are given to our FA to be used in developing our game are being channeled into doing so many unnecessary things.
Other things.
So for me, it has to be a government-oriented leadership that will help change our football.
All right.
We cannot allow some few individuals to refer to themselves as football people and do football only for their own selfish interest. There's nothing wrong with copying what others are doing right, provided it
copy
suits
the
your
principles,
culture,
but
but you
change them to
modify. Look,
suit.
just to say this, when we got embarrassed in Brazil, and the government at the time set up the Jupay Commission, where a technical team was put together. The late Ben Kofin, the late Sam Ade, Otia Kentin, Masawu Didi Dramani, myself, Professor Minta. I was the secretary to that committee. I remember Uncle Ben Kofi would tell me that, look, with his years of experience, look at the French, look at the Spanish, especially these two countries. See how the Ghanaian player fits into those identities. I was given the task. I worked tirelessly to look at the Ghanaian player and look at what is similar to the French, what is similar to the Spanish, and brought something together to help the Ghanaian player build his own identity. We did the work. We handed the work over to the Jupay Commission. It got approved by the government. Only some few years back, the current FA comes and they saw the need to go and bring somebody who is not even recognized in his own country to come and design an identity for our football.
Tells our football.
Sidelining all the men who gave us Michael Essien, Suleiman Tari, Abedi, Ayupele, and co. Sidelining all of them. So it is about we being bold enough and taking charge of our football.
All right.
And for me, the current FA, they are not showing that direction.
All right. Doc, I hope we've tried to give...
No. Doc needs to pay us.
I am eternally grateful. I'll be more than grateful to talk to one of you offline, because I think your tomorrow's lunch is on me.
Okay.
And then I'll also
try and pick Doc's number.
Okay, you pick Doc's
Doc, let me give you my number.
Okay, Chris, hold on.
These boys are my younger brothers.
Okay, Chris, hold on. We'll sort that bit out.
Money.
We are not hungry. No problem. So we'll sort it out. Doc, so we'll get your contact.
Give Doc my number.
The man teaches at an Ivy League school. He doesn't have a problem.
So Doc, we'll take your number off and then we'll get in touch. Let's take our final caller. Hello?
Sean, make sure you talk
Coach,
to
they
Doc.
have lost their number already.
Sean, be very careful. I'm telling you.
Sean, don't lose the
Sean,
number.
be very, very careful with me.
Don't lose them.
Sean, I'm telling you honestly, be very, very careful with me.
Let's take the final. It's okay. The one, 3 warnings are fine.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Yeah, hello.
Yes, hello. Can you hear us?
Yes,
I want
my
you to
name is-
please kill the audio on your end so you can hear us directly.
Okay. Is it better now?
I think, yeah, it is. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Okay. So my name is Michael. I'm calling from Kwabenya.
Okay, Michael from Kwabenya. Oh,
That's
and they say,
you won't tell him that he's your neighbor.
Michael, please go ahead.
Okay. So I have been itching to contribute to the Benasari Atizigi
All right, please go
debate.
ahead. Please go ahead.
And
And I think coach is not being fair to Atizigi at all if he's the one who brought him up. Because
you are talking Ghana. You are talking about
Ghana.
Coach, let him finish his point.
Okay.
You are not being fair. Let him finish his point.
Okay, coach.
I
mean, I think if we look at the eye test, Ziggy is far better than Asari. I mean, looking at the matches that Asari has been, the latest one that he was imposed, he was very jittery, like Fenty was saying. And it was clear for everyone to see. And if I look at the goals that Atizigi conceded, right, most of the goals have not been his fault per se. It has been it's been through the errors of many of the Black Stars defenders.
But when Asari is there, the error is not there.
Chris, let him finish.
No, I'm helping him.
You've forgotten the term. Spiritus Colos Bolos.
Spiritus Colos Bolos.
The penalty that he saved. Yeah, one of the penalty that Asari saved. Even my grandmother can make that save. The penalty that the Korean.
Ati will concede. Ati will concede it as a goal. That's the point, though. That you people are mistaken. Asari says if your grandmother can save it. He put Ati there. He will not save it. So who do you want to
the guy will save it. If you play that penalty like that, he will save it.
So the guy virtually has only been
passed
lucky.
The ball to Asari.
If I look at the World Cup.
Why do you use the word lucky? What is the meaning of lucky?
Okay.
He's been lucky. No.
What is luck?
Okay,
what is luck?
Can you explain when you say
what do you mean by
lucky? Like, can you
the man
explain?
goes to training every day.
How do
he
you
works
mean
himself out.
he's
He
been lucky?
there. He implements what he has been taught. Then you say he's lucky. What is luck?
Okay, so let me show you what I mean by lucky.
Okay, go ahead.
That penalty was pure luck. I mean, the guy practically passed the ball into the guy's hands.
He passed it into his hands.
So the Moroccan.
Yes.
Let me give you a perfect example. Morocco versus Senegal.
It was lucky.
You call that luck? But having to see players playing Panenka and the ball is through there and the goalkeeper are jumping left, right, center.
The guy misjudged and that Panenka did not go.
So can you credit Mendy that he read the situation and was smart on the move? So credit Asari that he read the guy that was going to go through the middle.
I wouldn't.
Why would you credit Ben Asari for that save?
Wow.
Because it was easy. I can make that save.
Ati so but there will be an OG 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5.
I've seen Atizigi make impossible saves many times when
no problem. He makes the impossible save. He makes the impossible save. And at the end of the game, Ghana has lost 4-0, 3-1,
5-0,
2-0.
The problem is the defenders.
So why is it that when Asari is imposed,
we don't see those
we don't concede 3 and 4 and 5?
Give him more time. You start seeing it. He has not been imposed as long as Atizigi has been.
You see, the issue is that Ati against Niger is conceding. Listen. Ati against Niger is conceding. Ati against Sudan is conceding. Asari against Niger is not conceding. Asari against Sudan is not conceding.
No, coach, we can't say that.
That's what has happened.
Okay, you wanted to say something.
Yes, the point I want to help the guy who made the point about luck.
Yeah.
Okay. I think what they are trying to get at is because you can't rule it out. That Asari came into the team at a time when the team had picked up a lot of good form and was on a winning series. Asari didn't come in when we were losing. When Asari came in, we had completed the AFCON qualifying series and we were now playing World Cups. I think it was important when we beat Mali, when we beat Central African Republic. So I'm saying that there was a run already.
It was imposed when we lost to Comoros.
Yes. No, but
he was imposed when we lost to
Sudan.
But
he was imposed when we also beat Madagascar, when we beat Mali.
That's not the point.
He lost one game in the World Cup qualifiers. Morocco only.
Okay, hold on.
Comoros only. You people don't like it. You people don't like to listen because it doesn't favor you. The point is this. The entire qualifying series. Wait. Hold on, yes. The entire qualifying series for the World Cup. Yes. Ghana lost one game.
No problem.
Good, and that one game was Atizigi So
and how many games did
I'm
Asari...
coming. Oh,
Was
let me
Asari
finish. That one game was not even under Otuado. It was Chris Hutton's. It was Chris Hutton's game. Before that game, we played against Madagascar. We won the game 1-0. Then we went away to Comoros and we lost 1-0. After that, they sacked Chris Hutton. When Otto came, he still kept faith with Atizigi. Yeah. And we won. What do you mean? When we won against Mali.
Nobody have said Atizigi hasn't
So
won
I'm
anything.
saying, I'm building a point. I'm building a point about the luck thing. So I'm saying that even when Ati was imposed before Asari came, we were winning.
That is true.
Good. We were not losing. Let's get that clear. That's what I'm saying. Because we had finished the AFCON qualifiers. We were on a roll. With the World Cup qualifiers.
No problem.
Then Asari came to continue on that tangent. He didn't come to change a bad trajectory. He came to continue a good trajectory.
Okay, no problem.
So when they say he was lucky, he came into the team at a time when the team had transformed and we were doing well. And he's come and he's done well. So when they say he's lucky, that's what they mean. Nobody's saying that he's not. Like, you get my point. Do you get it?
The point I have there.
Okay.
He came at a good time.
Let's close out. Okay.
But because in that AFCON qualifier, coach, before you finish, in that AFCON qualifier, in those 6 matches we played, in those AFCON qualifiers, I swear, Douala, if Asari was even there, the results would not have changed. Otto was just bad. It was just a really bad time for the team.
So it's Otto's fault.
No goalkeeper. No, hold on. I'm saying
no problem.
No other goalkeeper. During those AFCON qualifiers, no other goalkeeper would have saved us in those AFCON qualifiers.
The decision to bench Ati didn't come from me. It came from the same technical people
Very good.
who put him in.
Anyway,
they decided that Asari
Chairman,
was better. So Asari to bench.
any other comments before we wrap it up?
Oh, I think I think if it comes to the eye test, the one who is making more saves. I mean, Pentio said it all. The statistics. Atizigi can save. Yeah, if you give both of them a chance, the likelihood of Atizigi to save a shot is better than that of Benjamin.
Asari will not even create the situation where he would save the shot. Asari will not create the situation for him to make the save.
All right, thank you.
I prefer that one.
Okay, all right. Let's take our final call. Sean seems to like the calls. Let's take our final caller. Hello. Yes. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Sean.
My name is Richard. I'm calling from.
Where are you calling from, Richard?
Please, I'm calling from Texas.
Texas.
Good, man.
In the United States. Everything
nice
is big in Texas, they say.
Yeah.
All right. Richard, please go ahead.
Tell Coach Nimile, I'm a very, very big fan of him. I've been watching him a lot.
I appreciate you, my brother. Now go there.
Yeah, I think we come a long way from the same roots, but sometimes when you disclose yourself, it will really cause a lot of problems. So I'm just try to keep myself. So, but me and him, we've ended up coaching the same team before, which is Vision.
I see.
So when I think a lot of people are going to know that.
I didn't know the one talking. You go ahead. Okay. My brother, how are you?
All right.
I'm good. I'm good.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
I've been following the program a lot, and there is something that one gentleman from the state also talked about concerning the Ghana DNA.
Yeah.
And this thing is it's about time we have to really sit down as coaches and really come together and talk about Ghana football, because when you're in Ghana, you think what we're doing is football, but to be honest with you, we're far away from what we like football.
Yeah,
we're not even close. For instance, I went to England. I did my license in England, and then when I was in the English football school, they just did English DNA. I mean, they were talking about the England DNA, and then guess what? I was the only black in the class, and then I told the professor, "Listen, there's nothing like English DNA." All the white coaches, they turn around looking at me, and I was like, they said, "Explain." I said, "Okay. You want us to play in the English DNA. Okay, we teach the kids the English DNA. Now, when it gets to the grassroots, everybody's supposed to learn the English DNA. But then, when the kids are 18, 16 years, they move away to different type of coaches. The coaches are coaching them from different countries, German coaches, Spanish coaches, all of them playing in the league. And then what happens? The English DNA dies when the kids are already 16 years.
Okay.
Now they say they brought something called agro in Ghana. I wrote to some of the leaders in Ghana. I was like, listen, there are some coaches in Ghana who are not educated. And these are one of the best coaches that we call them Munchedi coaches and these school coaches and all these type of coaches. These type of coaches, the GFA have to do something like a special license for these coaches. Not basically to put them in the limelight for them to be the forefront of the coaches, but they will be at the grassroots because they know how to coach. They know how to coach the young ones because they have a different way, the communication, even the local dialect. Sometimes it's not all about English.
Yeah.
Using the local dialect even to teach the players, it really, really helps us to develop more players. Now, they killed the course. Now they brought in football academies. How many have you produced from the football academy?
There's none.
How many players?
The ones there, the
and
ones
now
that
this
think they are
agro
doing
thing
for
is
10
now,
years, you run away.
And now this agro thing is just locked down. It's just like normal a book which has been written.
They're charging fees.
This thing has to go through from schools, from academies, from everything. Coaches have to go through it. And the funny thing about Ghana that I like is when Ghana want to appoint a coach, nobody asks. They only ask the philosophy of the coach, but nobody's going to ask what formation is the coach going to play. Because when we get in a job outside, beside your philosophy, they're going to ask you the formation of play. And then after the formation of play, based on your formation of play, that is what you're going to use to select your players. But in Ghana, they say, oh, this one is in form. Go and call this one. This one is in form. Go and call this one. What is the really
not only form
philosophy? Like, what is the philosophy aligned to the calling of the players? Like the selection of the players. It makes no sense.
Okay.
I think you guys need to have a special program that we can really elaborate more about the development of Ghana football, because some of us, we just want to stay far away from Ghana football. We really want to stay far away because of what I came to coach in Ghana, and I'm just one of the victims of those things that happen in Ghana football. And if I have to talk about it today,
no, I know. I know, my brother. I know. That's why I'm here, Coach, but I'm not coaching actively.
Coach, thank you so much for calling us. Really appreciate it. And we'll see one of these days maybe we'll talk about Ghanaian coaching. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for the calls. I don't think we'll take any more calls. That's how we wrap it up tonight on the Jupay Podcast Live. Thank you so much for joining. It's been fun. It's always fun having you here. Many shouts to Fento Tahiru and Coach Christopher Nimley, the two best friends who like to go at each other all the time.
It's a funny man.
Many shouts to our production team, Sean, the camera people, and
Sean, I hope you've taken the number.
Yeah.
Don't lose guard there. I will worry you big time if you lose guard.
And then our very good friend, Auntie Lou, who brought us
Auntie Lou
and croissant and all of that. And many shouts to our very good friends at Jupay. As you know, meet a need, send via Jupay. Jupay is the #1 money remittance service. If you want to send money to Ghana, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, Kenya, South Africa, from the US, Canada, UK, Europe, wherever, that's how you can send money. It's wonderful. It's great service, and your money goes in next to no time. We'll catch you on the next episode of the Jupay Podcast Live. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe, and we'll catch you later.